in the shoot? Wasn't it just a white t-shirt?
That was black.
This one.
Oh, okay. Good morning, people. It is Friday, the 31st of March. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And it is a full house today. So let's just go ahead and introduce ourselves.
Good morning. You know what time it is. I'm out here. East. It's Big Mouse on the east side of the bridge. You know
You're such a masculine bad bee.
No,
You know
literally.
what I mean? Like, you're really for the girls. I love it.
I'm not.
No, you are. Like, you're for the girls. As in, like,
I'm
you
a
support
supporter.
our
I'm a
behaviour.
supporter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're for the, like, you enable our behaviour. And I love that.
I'm an enabler.
You really are. And I love it. I love it. But I'm your favourite shade queen, Martin Royalty.
Happy Friday, big man use in the building.
It's your girl. Oh, wow. It's your girl, Just It's your girl, Just Jean, the black queen representing the fitness queen.
Love it.
Ow.
Not ow.
I love it out.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
Can I just quickly say something? Yeah. Do you
Is
know
it about the chair?
Oh, no.
Okay, I was going to ask you to move 1 centimetre up because that's really
That
gonna...
is hilarious.
No, like 1 centimetre forward.
Oh,
Because
okay,
it's squeaky. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
going
I
to stress
can
me
hear
out.
it. But no, I'm laughing because
you.
I remember at the event when we took a picture, you were like, is it melanin jam-packed?
What is what, man?
The picture. We're like,
What does that mean?
ask him, please.
If you're in the picture, it's
man
going to
is
be
down
melanin
bad,
jam
boy.
No, but it was just so funny the way is it melanin jam-packed? I said, no, I'm going.
I'm going to need that on merch, you know.
I'm actually
I would
going.
really wear that with pride. Like, I love that. I think that's do you know how sick that line is?
Yeah.
Or
Melanin jam-packed.
Yeah, I think it's cold.
lit.
Like, I'm actually upset. It's not mine.
Yeah. You know when you think you wish you came up with something
Yeah.
or someone did?
Yeah.
It's sick. How's everyone doing? Lady Traveller, how have you been?
I'm all right, thank you.
Yeah? How was... You're so annoying. How was your trips?
Oh my gosh, you see ATL, yeah. Oh, oof. It was so fun, man.
I can imagine. I've
I love
always
it.
heard good things
I
about
love
it.
Americans. But do you know what it is? I think
Girls
ATL, I've never been ATL. I've done everywhere, but I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
It's my fave.
Is
Out
it?
everywhere I've gone. It's just a lit seeing so many black people. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and black, there's a lot of wealth there.
I've heard.
Like, a lot of wealth there. And like, they're just really like, this isn't to be rude to say that they're like clowns, but they're so entertaining. Like, they're just, and the
I've heard
energy.
they're very light. Like, they're just... Do you know what I mean? Like, the good vibes.
Literally. And
Yeah.
the energy is amazing. Like, it was too short. It was only 3 days, but I mean,
Yeah, that is short.
yeah. But it was really good, really, really good.
Good.
I enjoyed myself. I went to the strip club.
Did you?
Had tea.
So your first time in strip club?
No, not really. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Was that the best strip club you've been to?
It wasn't the best year, but do you know what I found? I find strip club culture really interesting. So like, you know when they like come over and shake that, hi, I'm Nicole, and like it was, I just thought, okay, like
Hi,
she literally come
Nicole.
and shake your hand, be like, hi Nicole,
And the
she-
next thing you know, oh, you
then
see the
literally,
ass.
I just see ass, and she's spreading her cheeks. I'm like, oh, okay. My lemon pepper wings on one hand, cheeks on the
Nicole's
other.
ass on the other.
Literally, like it was like, okay. I was just
That's
like, yeah,
hilarious.
this is just different. Like this place is different.
I do want to go to Atlanta. I've always heard good things about Atlanta.
No, it was really
Like,
good.
always.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I went to I had a seafood boil. Obviously I've had them before, yeah, but
Yeah.
baby, girl,
Yeah. I saw your thing. I'm not a seafood
you're not a
boil.
seafood boil person.
I don't like food just mixing and touching all up in the same bowl. It stresses me out.
No, it was. Oh,
What
it
was
was
in it?
So
Was there an egg in it?
come on, of course there
Aye,
was.
aye.
They even give you 3 eggs, you know.
Oh,
not even
stop.
one.
They must have known,
3.
girl, they must have known about you.
Girl,
They heard about you.
But I couldn't eat all 3. It was too filling. But I had corn on the cob, lobster,
They love crabs in America.
prawns, and king crab.
Okay. Yeah,
And potatoes. It's very, very filling. Like I couldn't finish
I can
it.
imagine.
Very, very filling.
I can imagine, but yeah, it just looks very chaotic for me.
But it's so nice. But do you know what? I did get jinxed though. The weather was so bipolar. So before I got there,
Yeah.
the team were like, "Oh, it's really hot," and I was like, "Okay, cool." I took out all my jackets because even when I looked online, it was like 27 degrees. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
no." When I got there, not like it wasn't hot yet, but it rained so badly to the
you
point
need a
where I got
jacket.
like an alert message on my phone. Like, you know them weather alerts?
Like red
saying,
alert, like
don't
flooding
leave,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
don't leave your house. No,
Oh,
because it was
wow.
really bad. Like, and where the Airbnb was in, I was like, in the attic bit. So like, obviously, I'm hearing the rain on my window pane. Like,
It was so dramatic.
at like 5 a.m, it was so aggressive. I was just like, wow,
The rain on my
God is
window
really
pane.
crying, boy. No, it was
that's
aggressive.
yeah, that's
but
a lot.
other than that, it was good.
I love that, man. That's good. That's good. How's everyone else doing?
Great.
Yeah?
Good.
Love it. Love to see it. All right, let's get into our headlines then.
Oh, I was supposed to play a bloody voice note.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just play it now.
Yeah, you can do it now.
You don't bring up old shit.
Listen. I don't want to say
I
nothing.
was going to ask you if that was like a
really interesting conversation and debate, but like the people who are like scared to move forward and advance and stuff, I think they're just scared of like the unknown, because there's actually so much more we could actually spend our time doing, as in like learning, whether it's like your passions and like Esther said, like podcasting. Like AI would allow us to actually do things we physically enjoy, like whether it's painting or just whatever you want to do. It'll take the element of like being pressurized to do things, whether it's like errands or just like monetary things. You're just doing things for the joy of it, for the love of it. There's people who live in like not Switzerland, but the people who live in like those Antarctica, those kind of areas, they have a happier like general life, because all they have to do is go out, hunt, eat and sleep, and that's how they live off the earth. And I think I mentioned this before, but they just have a happier life. Okay, it's over 1 minute, but okay. I just feel like some people thinking negatively, like to an extreme about AI, it's giving, this is a hot take, this is extreme, this could be extreme, but the way that white people looked at black people and they're like, oh, this is new, I can't trust it, let's destroy it. Like we always just assume and just go to like the extreme negative and be like, oh, it's gonna come, we should go for it before it comes for us. So there's like, there could be so many more possibilities that are like positive from AI. It probably will get a little bit iRobot-y, but I think it's gonna be like a long way. They've just only started doing backflips, the robots. So I mean, they're growing fast, but I'm choosing to look at it as like that, like just bigger versions of like Alexa's, just like helping us, taking our information, you know, the standard, but generally helping us, you know. So yeah.
Okay.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you for the contribution. And yeah, it makes sense, man. I think I was kind of talking about that yesterday, about the whole Industrial Revolution thing. How people thought, oh, that was the beginning of the end. Obviously, look at where we are now. So, yeah, man.
It makes sense that she compared it to white people wanting to get rid of black people.
No. I'm talking about her overall thing,
Oh,
innit? Not the
okay.
analogy, the specific analogy. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, maybe I should listen to that.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about somebody who doesn't listen to other people as well. Starmer. So Keir Starmer has claimed Labour can win a forthcoming by-election in Scotland, telling ITV News it's his chance to test with the public how much his party has changed since he took over from Jeremy Corbyn. The Labour leader said he welcomes a by-election, which is likely to be confirmed after SNP Margaret Ferrier was recommended for a 30-day suspension from the Commons for breaking COVID rules during lockdown. Asked if Labour can win the Ruffalagan and Hamilton West seat, Sir Keir Starmer said, yes, I do, and I want the chance to go out there, as with everywhere else, and win every vote. He told ITV News political correspondent Harry Horton, you've seen the party implode, an apparent reference to the recent leadership election, and claimed the SNP had been using calls for independence to mask their failure in government. Sir Keir Starmer said his former boss only has himself to blame for being removed from the parliamentary party in October of 2020 over his reaction to a report about anti-Semitism in the Labour Party. But he also attacked his predecessor over the impact he had on the party's electability, explaining the move to block the veteran MP from representing Labour in Islington North. Sir Keir Starmer said the core question that we were addressing was Labour's prospects at the next general election. And the next headline takes us to America, where President Joe Biden will pay a 5-day visit to both parts of Ireland next month to mark the 25th anniversary of the US-brokered Good Friday Peace Accord. The plans still being finalised with the White House have the president arriving in Northern Ireland on April the 11th. That's one day after the official quarter-century mark for the Good Friday Agreement, the peace deal designed to end decades of conflict that claimed more than 3,600 lives. With Irish roots on both sides of his family, Biden has long taken an interest in brokering and maintaining peace in Northern Ireland. He has welcomed the recent UK-EU agreement on making post-Brexit trade rules work in the region, a breakthrough that has yet to revive local power sharing at the heart of the 1998 Accord. According to 2 Irish government officials involved in the planning of Biden's visit, the president will start his stay overnight at Hillsborough Castle, southwest of Belfast, the official residence for visiting British royalty, as a guest of the UK's Northern Ireland Secretary, Chris Heaton Harris. And the next headline is to do with Trump. And apparently, it's looking like he may be the first ex-US president to face criminal charges. So, he's part of an investigation into hush money that he paid to an adult film star before he was elected in 2016. He's expected to appear in court to face charges and enter a plea in New York next Tuesday. The former porn star Stormy Daniels claims she had an adulterous affair with the former president and was paid $130,000 to keep quiet. The payment was legal, but Trump allegedly recorded it as a business expense. Falsifying business records is illegal in New York. Trump has strongly denied the affair and has labeled the indictment a political persecution. It's not yet clear what offenses Trump faces, but US media say he's facing more than 24 charges linked to the business fraud. Republicans are calling the indictment an outrage, while the Democrats are saying no one is above the law. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into what you're saying.
All right, people. So today's topic of the day, yeah, it's gonna be a lighthearted one, but I want to see what you guys think, yeah. And to be fair, this could be done in like 2 minutes, right? But mobile phone usage, do you think it should be banned in public?
Why?
I don't know about
You tell
band. I
me.
think band is a bit.
You told me.
Band is a
That's
bit
what you told me.
extreme.
You know?
Well, why?
Why
is
do
it
you need
true?
to ban it in public?
Yeah.
I-
What's the premise of your question?
Okay, so one thing could be, yeah, a lot of deaths, for example, related to people on phones,
Yeah.
not watching where they're going, this and the third, right? Distractions. That could bring that number right down.
Is it that high? Yeah. You don't seem
No.
convinced.
Is it high? And
How
if
can I
it
say
is
it's
high,
high and you do this?
what's the stats?
Wait, I'll come back to stats afterwards. There's a reason for why I'm doing it.
No, but it's important for me to know the stats now to formulate my opinion.
All right. Forget the stats for now.
Oh,
okay,
I'll come back.
We know what that means.
Nigga, you
does that
ain't got
mean?
no stats. That's why.
Basically.
Okay, what about people having certain conversations in public that's triggering to people? So, for
What do you
example,
mean?
you're on the train now, for example, you're talking about certain things.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
Get
mind your
somebody
own
else to do
business.
it. Like, wait,
Like-
so I can't have a conversation in public because it triggers you. It's like, not like you're taking it too far, yeah, but it's like,
No, just close your
what?
ears.
Close your ears.
But you can't close your ears.
No, I know,
No,
but
can
like,
choose-
you
can
can't
get up, you
police.
can go to another carriage.
You can't
you can do
police
things.
my conversation because like
Impossible.
it's too much. We're taking this whole thing a bit too far.
And do you know what I love as well? I love people finding out people's tea on.
Oh, you can hear someone's whole business.
Oh, I love it. People
What I
have
don't
the
get is when people are
juiciest tea.
talking about their tea in with a loud volume. Like,
Listen.
if it's tea, keep it on a little bit.
Well, I
of a-
don't. No, I
If
don't
it's
want them
somebody
to.
else's
I don't want them
tea,
to
though.
because I need to
No,
hear it.
If
no,
it's
what
your
I
own-
mean is, don't you have some sense of decorum?
Yeah.
Nah, they
You're in
don't.
public on a bus shouting about
Even in a
what's
cab.
happening.
Yusuf, I love it.
Even if
I
I'm in a
love
cab,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like gisting,
Yeah.
I'll reduce my
Yeah, you
volume
reduce
because
it, innit?
I'm thinking, boss man's
I
probably
do
listening
code.
to
That,
me.
listen,
Really
I
is
do
smart.
code word. I do everything. But some people just have no.
They have no.
Tact. They have no
tact,
sense of
yeah.
awareness. They just talk,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and then what happened? Love
No,
it.
shut up.
These are
Listen.
changing your conversations for cab drivers.
Yeah,
I am.
I don't look. I want you to look me. When I came into your vehicle, you saw me as a respectful. I don't want you knowing I've been taken for an idiot. You don't need to know that.
I do
much.
not care what
We know.
strangers think of me.
That's
People
fair.
I'm never gonna see again.
We
We
Who
know. You
gives
don't
a
care what
shit?
people that know
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think of you.
Exactly.
We know.
Facts.
No, no,
We know. We're very
We
aware.
know. We're very aware. There's no
I'll
shame
be
in our
having
game.
the wickedest conversations, like in public.
public,
Like,
innit?
yeah, brazy.
Not caring.
Not caring.
Yeah, there's no shame.
That's fine.
In, there's no shame in our game to not to care what people.
Yeah,
I have to be
I'm
the right
alright,
image.
man.
Yeah.
I'm okay that
Yeah,
I reduce
I've
my
walked- I'm
fine
conversations.
with
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Once I walk and they leave my periphery, I never see them again.
No, that's fine.
That's fair.
That's fine, but yeah.
Yes.
You ain't gonna give me 2 stars though.
Each
'cause
to their own.
Each
Yeah.
to their own.
How? If you tell them the good story, you might get 5 stars from your Uber.
Nah, it's alright, man. Because you know as well what it is sometimes as well. They can start giving you unsolicited advice. So I'm like,
No,
do you know what I mean?
literally.
Like, I'm letting my friend know what happened months ago. He's seen this as my reality. Now he's giving me advice. Uncle, I didn't ask for it. Now I can't be rude to you because you're in charge of this vehicle. I don't want to be kidnapped. It's a whole thing, you know. It's just easier for me to.
Like me and my friend were in a cab one time. We weren't talking tea, but we were just having a conversation. And then she's into music, whatever. Talking. The cab driver. Oh, please. This was in Ghana though.
Ghana. When you said the please, we knew.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I said that's we knew.
He was like, oh, please, like, I just like the ones where it's like, oh, sorry to interrupt your conversation,
yeah,
but
interrupt.
you know, he's
circled back to that
an
point.
artist. And I thought, oh, do you know what I mean? Oh, he's an
Stop
artist,
it.
and I thought, see,
Should have been whispering.
literally.
Should have been
And
whispering.
then the whole, when it's just like, this isn't a conversation you want to be having right now,
Please.
but we have to be polite because you
This
can
is
take
it,
us to the
'cause
middle
you're-
of no man's land. Yeah, it was just like,
The power's in his hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's long, man.
Do you feel like I know this may not be the best parallel, yeah, but you know in America how we've got the gun laws, yeah, people are allowed to use their guns in certain settings and stuff, yeah. Do you feel like banning the guns, in the same way you can ban the guns and then obviously eradicate, I guess, some level of killing, according to this particular theory anyway, right? Across the board, do you feel like banning, kind of promoting a culture where there's no use of phones in public, yeah, i.e. like just in any public surrounding, yeah, could go into the whole driving while on the phone territories as well? Does that make sense?
I don't understand why anyone would want to ban people using phones in public.
Yeah.
I think it could, though. I actually think it could.
wait, what do you mean?
Because, as in, like, it would. I think having a ban on everything makes people more aware that they shouldn't be doing something. So I feel like if you said to people you can't use your phone like at all in public, people who use their phone while driving will be more aware that they're using their phone while driving. I nearly ran a couple over the other day, but I didn't like her tone because I nearly ran her over. So I ended up calling her a bitch. Which I should have ran you over. It was a whole thing. But yeah.
Because how are they going to use their GPS?
Like, I just feel, I
in
feel
the-
like,
touch
Oh,
it.
yeah, but phones are for communication.
I
When,
feel
you're,
like
when
it
you're
just don't
outside,
make sense.
you need your
If I
phone
need
to
to text
communicate.
someone, I'm in public, or I can't take out my phone to
Yeah.
text you or to
No, but
find
you know
out
what
where
it is?
you are.
It'll be one of those things where like there's no consequence for using your phone in public, but because you know that it's like a law of we shouldn't be doing this, you're just going to be a lot smarter in how it is they use it. So where people use their phones, because I can pull up someone and I just see them like proper on their phone, but because we know that there's a ban, you'll be more sensible about how you use it. It's more like it's like a reverse psychology. So it's not like you're not allowed.
That can have the opposite.
What's
opposite
reverse
effect, though,
psychology?
because you can't use it in
Yeah.
public. You might be more propensity to use it in your car now because I've been outside. I couldn't use it. Now I'm in my
Yeah.
The privacy of my car.
Yeah.
Let me use it now.
Do you use your phone when you drive?
No, well, for the most part, no. For the most part.
What about you?
I ain't gonna lie. I do. I know you do.
I don't.
So when you're recording yourself and you're singing,
I said
what you
I'm
doing?
parked on the side.
Boy, bye. Like
And
I
then I
can't see,
carry
like I
on
can't,
my
like
drive.
I can't see the cars going behind you.
I said I don't. Like, there's not hella evidence every single day that you do.
Like today, even on the way here, I was watching you on my way here.
I just well, you were watching. You were driving.
Yeah, girl.
Watching him. No, this is the pandemic. This is ridiculous.
You see?
And you must have, you thought you ate with that. I said I was watching my way here.
No, but I said he asked me. I didn't deny it. I didn't lie.
That's true, actually.
I said it with
That's true.
chest.
You own your shit, to be fair.
No, I didn't lie.
You tried to lie in our faces.
This is what I don't
Hella
know.
receipts.
I'm not
try and do that.
proud. I try not. Do you know what it is? I try not to.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah. It's just if. Do you know what my bad habit is? Traffic lights. You know, like when you're.
Oh,
like,
yeah, let me
so
quickly-
like stand still. Like
No,
if
but they
I'm in
will
a
catch you
queue-
slipping.
No, of
the
course,
lights.
but
Yeah,
like
they got
Police
cameras.
bikers and all that. Yeah,
if
the
I'm
bus,
like if I'm in a queue.
buses be catching people.
Really?
What was it?
There was a thing when it first started. There was people that was riding the buses as well. So there's people sitting on the passenger, like on the window
On
side,
the window seat to catch you.
and filming and that.
Snitches.
Brazy.
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
That's mad. Yeah, I am trying to be more like I'm being more intentional about don't do that.
Yeah, of course, because obviously
'Cause
no
it's
one
wild.
wants to get into an accident.
Sometimes I drive my phone to my ear because I miss it. That was the life back
You
in the day.
You miss your phone.
Miss driving and talking.
What?
I miss driving and talking.
So you just put your phone
So
to
you
your
don't
ear.
have Bluetooth.
Yeah, but it's not. It don't hit the same.
Wait, so you put your phone to your ear. Is there anyone else on the other line?
Yeah, I'm
You said-
talking. I'm driving and I'm talking.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be the first
Yeah,
to
you're
get got.
taking. You're taking the.
You're
Wait,
moving mad.
What do you mean you miss it? Like
I miss it,
like
innit?
a sentimental thing.
Yeah, like
Like
it's
back in
something.
the day when you
It's
was-
something that we used to do.
Yeah, but it's
All the
not
time.
legally dangerous.
But yeah.
Yes, it was legal. It wasn't illegal. I was
actually it wasn't
alive
illegal,
when they
yeah.
changed the law. It wasn't illegal. It was
It
fine.
was a life when it changed.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. It was normal. And then they told us we're not allowed to do it no more.
Okay.
And that's when obviously Bluetooth and loudspeakers and all that
For old time's
become
sakes.
more prominent, innit? So sometimes just on the nostalgia flow.
Can you drive with
I just
headsets?
something you get me. I just be
Yeah.
you telling me,
You
King.
shouldn't be there. I feel like that's more dangerous.
I feel
I
feel
drive my
cool.
AirPods.
No, like actual like headsets. Because I've seen people
Like
driving
these?
with or like AirPods and stuff.
I drive with AirPods.
No,
I think that's dangerous. Because how will you hear anything? Because if you're listening to music in your AirPods and stuff, how would you hear ambulances or anything like that?
Oh, no,
Esther,
I've
if
not-
anyone is wearing these in the car, they're a fucking psychopath. Driving with these on.
Yeah, no.
Beats by Dre's.
Yeah,
No, but if I've
Because
got
people use
if
that in the
I've-
gym
no,
and
but
stuff,
if I've
so
got AirPods,
put it on.
it'll be to have a conversation, not to listen to music.
Yeah.
I won't listen to music in my AirPods. I'd listen to it in my car. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah.
So you don't see it as kind of like, you know, like in certain cities, I'm not too sure, I may be making this up in it, But you know, like
You're making this whole topic up.
With your fake facts.
you know, like in certain cities, it's like, there's no littering allowed, right? So there's a culture of not eating in public. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't know that.
That'd be terrible, you know. Sometimes I'm just really hungry.
But in the same type of way, yeah, you get cleaner cities. It achieves the outcome. You know what I'm saying? So maybe just banning it in public will prevent certain, catastrophic events that occur from people being on the phone.
But where's the camera on
what
me?
catastrophic events are
Ren,
occurring?
are you on your phone?
Okay, so
So it's
obviously,
case in point. I'm sorry.
you see,
Case in damn point.
in public. So, for example, with the phone thing, yeah. Actually, no, I'll leave this stat till later. But
No, we were
No,
leaving
go
your
on.
stats.
all right.
We ain't got that much later.
What what do you think is more dangerous? People on their phones or people being drunk while driving?
Drunk and drive. I will always have a thing about drunk driving.
I would probably say maybe drunk driving.
Drunk driving.
You're going to come and tell me that the stats for people.
You ain't
the
got no
phone
stats.
stuff-
I may not even have stats. I'll just ask.
It might be.
But that's-
It could possibly be because there's a difference. Obviously, if you're drunk and you're driving, and like drink driving and drunk driving is a bit different. You know what I'm
But I
trying to
feel
say?
like the phone thing's probably a lot more common.
I'm saying the chances. I don't know because obviously there's numbers up, but I could see there being more stuff for people on their phones.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
than,
can see that.
Than drink
Because it's
driving.
more common.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like at the same time, you're somewhat more alert than you would be if you were drunk. Do you know what I mean? Like, you were drunk, you could just be doing whatever you want. Like, you don't have a clue about any dangers at all. But if you're on your phone, you're doing quick glances or whatever.
Not quick
Probably
glasses.
the same,
My
man.
senses are elite. Like, and my journeys and my routes and all that. I just know them and like spacings and that. Sometimes I could be on my phone and I haven't looked up for like 15 minutes
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
why
going.
you should never say that. That's entertainment purposes.
It's
Purely
not.
entertainment.
It needs to be
guys.
entertainment purposes.
Purely
I'm
entertainment.
just telling you, I
guys.
got it. I got it on lock.
Entertainment.
I
You
got
have to
it.
go to me.
It's
Same
an art.
entertainment.
It's an art form. Like,
Do you know how long 15 minutes is?
but so there's sometimes I surprise myself. I'm like, God damn, I haven't looked up. I haven't looked up in. Hey, this was wild. I'm good at this. I'm good. My senses are. I'm telling you,
Impeccable, yeah.
impeccable.
Hear it.
You know, there's some people's cars that you just would never get in. Yours is one of them.
I've got a friend here, and you know, sometimes you think, no, I don't love my life, you know,
Listen,
because she. One time, yeah, she made such a wild move. She listens to TDA, so I know she's gonna know I'm talking about her. One time, yeah, we were going round a roundabout. She thought she was going to she took the wrong exit by accident, yeah. This girl spun the thing, the car literally tilted. Like literally tilted onto the side, onto two wheels. And then I just looked at her and I said, yeah.
wow.
I
Yeah,
said,
man.
and all she did was burst out laughing and laugh. And I thought,
She knew.
I shouldn't, no, she drives mad. But I will always get in her car like a prick.
Yeah. Some people I'm just
Always
like,
getting a
nah,
car
I
for quick.
actually love my life. I can't do this.
See, well, let me just give you the stats, yeah, because I know you lot thought I didn't have no stats. But texting while driving, yeah, is 6 times more likely to lead to an accident than driving while under the influence of alcohol.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. I can believe that.
Called it.
So again,
Sounds about right.
you can't drink in public, can you?
Nope.
I thought you could.
No.
I think we drink on trains.
You can't
Nah,
drink in
you
public.
No.
Nah, it's illegal. That's why the tramps have brown paper bags and
Brown
stuff like that.
bags, yeah.
And you
Is
can't bring
it?
alcohol outside from bars and restaurants and stuff like that.
Okay, I know that.
Really?
So on the trains and stuff.
So
you
wait,
can't
if I'm
drink
drinking on
I'll
a
be having a whole
train,
spread, you know.
No, sorry, as in alcohol and stuff, innit?
That's what I
do
mean.
you mean?
Cocktails.
oh, is that why Diane Abbott they did that whole big thing because she had an M&S can on the train?
Maybe.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
now,
It's
Because
so
it was
that
like
It was like one of the ready to mix and ready to
Yeah,
mix
like-
yeah.
cocktails.
yeah, pina colada or one of those.
This is why.
things.
This is what I'm talking about. I be drinking on the. I just thought, what if it's juice to me? It's alcohol to you, juice to me.
Oh wow.
That's wild.
So what happens? I get a fine.
I'm not too sure.
Can't get arrested for that. There's people. Come on.
No, but
so
so this is why this
Be
is
for
why I'm
real.
saying, yeah, I'm asking a question in the sense that you see how you said before, like some things are illegal but there's no consequences.
Okay,
Yes.
is that one of them?
So that's why I'm because
yeah. Because if you
I
want-
didn't know. Maybe I did know, but I just didn't care
I
enough
definitely don't know.
to know that you can't drink in public.
Because even the brown paper bag, my mind is blown about that. But then don't we all know what's in the brown paper
Exactly.
bag?
So
It's
for
going to
me,
be heavy on
what's
water.
this-
Yeah, but it's not displayed, innit?
Oh.
You can't find someone.
But people can smoke in public. Okay.
Make it make sense.
Harm is harm.
But this is where I'm basically going with it. So with alcohol, we know that obviously can't do it in public. We know the effects of it, but it's less damaging I guess, less catastrophic events can occur from it while driving. But with on the phones now, don't you think using that same kind of premise, that same type of banning culture should be there? You know what I'm saying? Maybe not with fines necessarily, but something that basically says, you know what, let's frown upon use of mobile phones in public.
No, that's
No.
stupid.
No, I don't think it makes
They've
any
done it
sense.
already. So when you're driving, that's the only place.
Yeah.
You get me? When you're driving, it shouldn't be.
I think it should be banned in a place where you shouldn't use it, which is while you're driving. Why should it be banned in public to have an effect when you're driving? The ban is on driving.
Okay.
Because what is the purpose? Forget driving aside.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of banning your phone in public across the board?
But
To stop all these catastrophic events.
yeah.
Which I'm still yet to hear. Besides the driving ones.
No, but again, like I'm saying, leading to certain things where you're just not conscious of certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like crossing the road and whatever it may be. So again, why are you banning alcohol in public?
Do you know what it is? I feel like what should be highlighted, I feel like there should be hella ads and stuff done and campaigns and stuff to highlight how much distraction our phones are. Like when I'm off my phone, or say I'm traveling somewhere, I'm going to have a quiet journey, and I step onto a train, like every single person is on their phone. Like it's not a good sight. When you're the only person, when you're looking from the outside and you're looking at everybody, everyone's heads is just down. It's actually very, very wild.
Why? What should they be doing on the train? Looking
No,
at
that's fair.
Looking out the window.
That's fair.
Underground. The black.
No,
Black-
so you can sightsee. Nothing wrong with that. Taking
There's
a
enough
bit of nature.
sight to see in underground.
No, but that's fair. But the issue is that it spills. It's not just on the trains though. It spills into other society, into real life. Because many people that bump into me because they're on their phone when they're in in supermarkets, and then you're crossing the road not looking where you're going. Like there's a lot of dangers. Again, so it's not just a thing where it's on the train and that's fine. It spills into the wider society. So I don't think there should be a ban.
That's foolish
I think there should be
people.
a campaign about. No, everyone's foolish then.
If you're walking down the road looking at your phone, so engrossed in your phone, you walk into cross like oncoming traffic, right? Yeah, you're a fool, and you take the phone away from you. You're gonna find something else to do something foolish with.
I don't
That's
think-
people. That's not because of the phone. Because anybody sensible wouldn't understand.
I hear that.
There's oncoming traffic here. Let me look left and look right.
Do you know why this
you
is?
get what I mean?
Do you know why this is funny? I don't think you're a fool or anything, but you just told us you drive 15 minutes on your phone the whole time.
Yeah, but I also told you
That's not sensible.
I told you my senses are impeccable.
Yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen on the roads. You can't predict. You can take a
practice,
route
though.
the same way. You can't practice emergencies. You can't practice a car that wasn't here yesterday or the week before that.
No, but my vision, my peripheries, I've never anything that comes up, I notice it.
You actually
So-
you're so annoying to have a conversation with.
I'm just. I'm
But
just
yes,
saying.
I don't think there should be banned. I think there should be more like campaigns to make people more aware. Because it is a real life distraction.
Just want to correct myself also, yeah. The ban on alcohol is not in public. It's on transport.
I knew it wasn't
So
in public.
not fully.
knew it.
Not fully.
I know, but that's
But
what
on tra-
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's
yeah.
bad. It's like
I thought you meant
I
in
didn't
public.
say
Like I
that,
step
that's
out,
why,
I can't be drinking on the roads while I'm walking down. That's what you meant.
Nah, man,
No,
the
no,
bums
no,
are
no,
actually, you know what? I always forget I'm not American because you just see it in the movies, like in New York, like the
With the
bums.
brown
are
bag.
like, they always.
Brown bag, yeah.
So I'm always just of the mindset that drinking in public is illegal
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this is what. But I forgot I'm not from that country.
What do you guys
Do you
think?
know how bad I've been wanting to sing it?
Rubber bags.
Literally, from the moment the word came out.
Like obviously, we're in the West now. Culture's quite different, and this and the third, right? But just in terms of like interaction socially, greeting people. Obviously, I'm assuming you guys don't greet random people on the street, right?
I do.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay,
I love
okay.
telling people good morning and like I love that. All of that stuff. No.
She was raised with respect. You guys now.
Said no.
Why no though?
No,
That's why they always tell me in Ghana that I'm rude.
No, but it depends on the interaction, isn't it? Like if I'm going through a door and someone else is, I'll give him a little wave. I'm not gonna look at someone across the road and say, "Hey." No,
Really?
no,
not
really.
Don't look disgusting. I do that. Like, good morning. Have a nice day. Like, I always do that.
Yeah, to your neighbours.
No, I don't know these people. I've never seen. I don't know if I see them again.
So hold on.
Strangers. I can be
Okay.
walking down the road now. If I see someone on the other side, I'll be like, morning.
Oh, hell
Have a nice day.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at you thinking, what the hell are you doing?
Why are you so happy, bitch? What you smiling for?
Literally.
No, it's lovely.
No.
Don't you feel like that kind of like sometimes being on the phone takes away that social
It does.
cohesion?
No, because I don't do it anyway. So whether I'm on
Just-
my
just
phone
make-
or whether I'm on my phone or not, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
phone
not
or not,
getting,
phone
you're not
or
getting a
not,
hello or
I'm
good
not.
morning from me.
Yeah.
If that
What
makes sense.
about in just like normal like
Interaction.
Yeah,
I
normal
do feel like
interactions.
socially though, it has made it a thing where like
Yeah.
in a social setting, like you could be with your friends, you could be with your partner, whoever.
a lot of the time we are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Being
I
grown
think
on
I
our
think
phones.
I think that's the real problem.
That's the
Okay.
problem.
No, I
For
don't
me,
think-
out of everything we spoke
yeah.
about, I think that's the main.
That is a
I
problem.
don't
Yeah.
think talking
that-
to strangers is a problem. For example, if we came here this morning and everyone was on their phone for half an hour before we started recording, that's where there's a problem.
But we do that though.
Then
Exactly.
there's a problem, right?
Yeah.
No, okay. Now you
Why?
want to address it.
No, I'm not saying I don't care, but I'm saying is that a problem? Because
No.
it shouldn't be a problem if it's in public. Then
To be fair, that we spend like
it's more important for me to talk to you lot than it is to talk to strangers. So why is it important that I say hello to someone across the road or talk to you lot when I'm coming here?
I think if we had to spend the whole day together and we were on our phones the whole time, then yeah. But we're about to spend the next 3 hours talking. I think we could do reverse silence in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean that I'm not? But I do get it
So
because I
then
do.
what's more important then? Me talking to y'all or me speaking to strangers?
No, but I don't think it's that though, because you're
I
gonna
don't
talk
just
to us.
you
For,
lot just because you're out here. The people I want to talk to might be on my phone.
yeah,
Like,
but
we're just
we're
together.
gonna end up talking anyway though.
No, I'm not trying to say I want to talk to you lot. I'm not advocating for us to start having meetings and talking. I'm just saying, based on the premise of me speaking to a stranger saying good morning, I feel like it's more important for me not to be my phone in this setting
Yeah.
than it is outside when I'm walking to the wherever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think.
To be fair though, I
So
don't
what,
really.
do you think it's the opposite? It's
no,
more
I think it depends. I just think it depends.
I don't really walk.
Yeah, it
with
could
my
depend.
phone,
It's
though.
all,
Do you know what I mean?
it's all, it's all
I'm
subjective,
clumsy.
but
But
I have
but
to look at my feet. Don't ask.
But I do believe though that the whole thing about being with your friends and being with your
Yeah.
partner and stuff and being on your phone is definitely an issue. Like I always make it a thing where like, okay, when we're together, we're not on our phones. Like this is us time.
yeah.
Because you
for sure.
can like and time
Yeah.
goes by so quick when you're on your phone as well. I do think that is a bad habit.
Do you feel like that kind of fractures society though? So like you guys said, potentially with our partners or our family members, this and the third, right? Cool, it's not good. But in society, do you feel like it kind of fractures society? Do you care? Because back in the day, like for example, let's just say maybe a generic example would be like America. Like in the movies you see something like, I don't know, someone's threatening America, there's a war or something. You get random Americans acting like they're family. Everyone's banding together to fight this, you know what I'm saying? This external enemy, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you feel like with, let's just say, another 100 years of us all being engrossed in our, various forms of technology, we would have that same connection?
Yeah. 'Cause I feel
Think
like
so?
I feel like it's a human thing when you're going through something to form a community. Like I feel like it's in us nature and we will never be able to beat that. Like we see it happens all the time. Whenever there's time for people to rise up and be a community and help other people out, we always do that. Even in this country.
But do you think that we're able to do that because we relate to each other?
No, I don't think because think about the guy Jimmy that passed away because he went to save a woman that jumped in the river.
Oh
Thames
yeah,
and
the
stuff.
little black. The
He
black
didn't know how clue who that white woman was. So I feel like when it comes to community, even think about Grenfell, number of people that left whatever era they were in to show up for people. I feel like that's a human thing that will always be there.
Okay.
I don't feel like using our phones and stuff takes away the skills to show up for people when we need to show up for them.
Yeah.
It might take away skills of having conversations on a normal day because some people don't struggle with real life interaction, like human interaction. They don't know how to move to girls anymore. They don't know how to relate to people and have proper conversations in person. But I feel like in terms of like that community and showing up for people when they need it, that's in our nature.
Okay.
If you're not a witch anyway.
So you don't think that maybe being on the phones and using certain technology takes away our ability to maybe respond to the elements in life?
I mean, I feel like being on your phone, you might miss an accident. Do you know what I mean? Like there might be a whole something going on behind you, but because you got your headsets on and whatever, you might miss that. But apart from that, I don't know. I feel like if you see something, I feel like human instinct typically is to try and assist and show up for other people.
So just a random example, Mark, when you're younger now, all the skills that you developed, to survive and thrive in certain environments, if you spent, let's just say, 50% of that time on your phone, do you think you would have been as effective as you are?
Me?
Or do you think the phone has no real bearing on this?
I grew up with mobile phones. I've had my phone my whole life. Well, most of it anyway. My whole adult life, I've had my phone. So.
Talking like you were born in the 50s.
Huh?
Just asking like you were born in the 50s.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. So it ain't stopped me.
Okay, so and obviously mobile phones is just one example here, but just technology in general that you can use in public areas like your headphones and things of that nature, your iPads and this and that. Do you feel like that kind of exacerbates everything that I'm kind of talking about, or do you feel like as human beings we're able to compartmentalize and say, you know what, we're using this at the right time, and I can still function here?
What other technologies do they use in
I
public?
think so because when are we using our phones at times when we're not meant to? Like what examples can we give? I know driving's one.
Okay.
But what other times do human beings use their phones when they're not meant to?
Work.
Yeah, work. Is it really not meant to though? Did we kind of find out we're not meant to because certain things have happened? Do you know where I'm coming from? Because like you're saying, we were using our phones while driving all the time.
Yeah.
Until we got to a point where it's like, wait a minute, this is ridiculous. So there may be certain things that we're doing now that we don't necessarily know.
Like, for example.
I don't know yet. Because like 10 years ago or maybe 15 years ago, I may not say driving on the phone is that bad.
Because what I'm trying to say is my phone isn't a distraction to me when I'm doing an activity that I'm meant to be focused on.
Okay.
Maybe a distraction for me just when in my idle time. So for example, I could be at home or wherever and I could make better use of my time, but I'm on my phone. That's a distraction. Maybe I can do something more productive than being on my phone, scrolling through the gram. But when I'm doing something that I'm meant to be doing, my phone is not with me. So if I'm swimming, I'm not swimming with my phone. If I'm playing football, my phone's in my bag. If I'm at the gym, check my phone in between sets. I'm not doing a exercise while looking at my phone. My phone is not active while I'm active.
Yeah.
It's active while I'm idle.
Yeah.
Do you love like when you're doing something and it takes you away from your phone? Like, do you get like a good feeling from that? Almost like you've been distracted from your phone, and you didn't realize you haven't spent time on your phone because you've been so involved with whatever it is that you're doing. I love that feeling.
That's exactly how I feel. I remember before, if I left my phone at home, I was going to work, for example, I'll be happy.
I think I spend too much time on my phone.
That's why I tell people do not disturb.
I think we all
On my
spend too
phone,
much time on our
deactivating.
phones, but it's when. Is it?
Like,
All right, what's your
fair.
screen?
And
What's your screen time?
Lord, you don't want to know mine, boy. Let everyone check their screen
Yes.
time. Jesus Christ.
You're loud.
Mine's definitely high.
How do you even check it?
I think
was
mine's
just
gonna
about to say
be
that.
mine's ridiculous.
How you check it again?
Let me just type in screen time.
You just go to settings and go to
Just-
I
screen
just typed
time.
in screen time and seen your settings.
So what? We were talking about our daily averages, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your daily average?
How do you?
Let's start here and go around.
So weird.
Yeah.
Yay.
Mine's high.
What's yours? Oh, mine just updated itself. Fuck off. Whoops. Excuse my language.
Oh, mine's high, man.
Let's talk a full life.
I think we should start with the boys because they're really loud. I think we go this way. It was
You
your
know,
idea.
About what?
It was really.
No,
It was your
his
idea.
It was his idea,
Go
please.
on. Miles, go first.
You're on the same sofa.
No, it was his idea.
My screen time is 7 hours and 49 minutes.
That's good.
Oh, yours is higher. So is mine's higher though, but
What's yours, E-man?
I'm still trying to make sure.
Oh, yeah,
I'm-
he
I'm in
hasn't
there.
got iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, okay, relax.
Esther.
What's yours? S?
I feel like this is.
No, Esther, just say it. Just it.
Mine is 10 hours.
Woo!
First of all, you're loud.
Damn.
10 hours. Damn.
Dang.
10 hours and 10 minutes. But all I do is air people. So what is my
But can I
story?
Mine's 8 hours and 22 minutes. 12% down from last week. But I think that's because I've been on a plane for a lot of the time.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
done
yeah,
2
yeah.
long haul flights.
What's
That's
yours,
probably
G?
why.
When I first went on it, it was like 7 hours 30. Now it's updated 8 hours 1 minute.
You don't love your phones
Wait,
too
does
much,
this?
you
No,
know?
wait. Does this? No.
Is it an average or
This is.
how's it work?
It says daily.
Let me ask you a question.
Sorry. False alarm. Mine's 8 hours and 19 minutes.
Okay. So
Substituted.
I'm in the lead.
I'm the lowest.
Yeah.
Wait, what's yours?
Yeah, marginally.
What's
What do you mean marginally?
8 hours 1 minute. You're
Yeah, mine's 8 hours 19.
I'm
Brother.
8:22.
brother.
But then does that involve
10
yeah?
minutes.
All right, let me ask you a question. Go to your apps, yeah.
This is
You see when it goes
average. The average.
Oh, honey.
When you go to let's go to week, yeah, and then go to it shows that the most your apps.
Your
and how long you
apps.
spend
Oh,
on them, yeah?
honey, I can't.
How
do
much
that.
do you spend on Instagram, please? Because it's blowing my mind.
Where's this, sorry?
It's just under
Where's
it.
his-
Ah,
Oh,
look.
app
It says
limits.
week.
Go to see all activity, and then when you go down, it's got your apps most used and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, so what's Instagram?
My Instagram says 10 hours 45 minutes.
Okay, mine's 11:50.
In what
Okay.
period though?
Mine's 7
What does it
hours and 12 minutes. It's just my most used. I don't know what period it is though.
Oh, no,
Most
mine
used.
needs to update. It's just-
I don't understand my mind.
Technically, yeah,
Technically,
I'm
I'm
a
right.
content creator. Leave me alone.
Yeah, my. Oh.
But I don't use nothing. I don't have anything else.
You don't have anything else?
No. I've
What
got,
about WhatsApp?
3 hours?
6 hours.
Yeah, mine's 2 hours because I be airing people.
Message. What about normal messages?
42 minutes.
There's nothing there, man.
2 hours. Ooh,
I don't know.
Snapchat,
Mine's
TikTok.
42 minutes.
Girl.
How come my Instagram is still 6 minutes?
Yeah, I don't have a
My Twitter's high though.
I don't have messages. What's your
Okay,
Twitter?
my
How many
my
is
Twitter's not even there.
My Twitter's 7 hours 17. It's just
I
5
don't-
minutes more than Instagram.
I don't
you-
use Twitter.
My Twitter is 2 hours.
Yeah, my Twitter is 3 hours. I don't use
Twitter's not even
social
here.
media on my phone and that, you know.
All I do is whatever, man. Anyway, next week I'm gonna be on one hour.
I'm glad
Can
the
I be
numbers,
honest, yeah?
I'm glad the numbers are here to prove it. Like I'm not like plugged into all that shit. Like I don't
That-
use it.
Yeah, we can tell.
No, that's fine. That's good.
That's good. Very good.
No, it's good. No, it's good. Like I'm happy mine's down by 12%. Yeah, I needed to reduce.
Have you got
even
like a
more.
total screen time under the graph?
Ooh,
What is it?
What do you mean? Oh,
41 hours and 57 minutes.
Okay.
What's yours?
How's she first?
39 hours,
And
11 minutes.
it's like I knew it wasn't around 39. Fraud.
Oh, yours is just 1 hour above mine.
What's
To
that?
38.
No,
40.
above
40.
You got 40.
40 and 11 minutes.
You are addicted
what's
to your
yours?
phone.
Fam,
man.
stop trying to.
What's yours?
Small margins, you know.
What is
It
yours?
does matter.
What is yours?
This guy's pissing me
Mine's
off. fam.
41 hours, 40 minutes.
Why
Can I
am
say,
me and you neck and neck?
Can I just say, mine is mainly word and road stuff.
This guy clutching onto little.
And also, like I
I'm not
said,
though, because really, I'm actually on social media because of this show.
and
Otherwise,
I'm only on social media.
wouldn't be on it.
I'm on social media for work, so sorry.
This is it. So we're using it for work.
Exactly.
What your other heifers are doing, but
Yeah, you lot are definitely on your phone.
No, I know, I know,
So much
I know. I'm
phone.
on my phone a lot. But even like, and you know what it is as well. Yeah, when I'm very like,
Nigga, I live by myself. What else am I meant to do?
to be fair,
so what else am I meant to be?
no, literally, no. I'm gonna work on that. I think we should have a review in a month.
I think we should have a review.
Yeah, have a review in a month's time just
Let's
to
be
see how we've been
intentional.
getting on. Everyone-
Perfect. We're starting a new month, April.
Exactly, next week, even from tomorrow.
From tomorrow.
So,
Yeah, let's all
refresh.
reconvene end of April.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll deliberately get mine down.
Yeah, I'm competitive. I have 5
fine,
minutes.
that's fine.
Literally.
That's fine.
I'm gonna use my iPad to do the flipping.
Oh, it tells you what app you use the
iPad.
most, like as soon as you pick
Your
up your phone.
iPad.
Yeah. Oh, what, does it
You're
connect?
dumb. No, it should connect though, because mine. I'm sure your iPad.
Mine's different Apple ID.
What would
Nah,
yours?
mine's
What's
same app
what's
ID.
yours?
What app
When
do
you
you
scroll
use
down, yeah, what when it goes to pick up, what do you use first from when you pick up your phone?
Where does it say that?
I
I know what mine's gonna be.
Mine's Instagram.
Yeah.
Again, word of
everyone,
road, innit?
everyone should be Instagram now.
What's it called?
Mine's
It says
Instagram.
pickups. It's underneath.
I'm definitely.
Underneath the most used, then
Embarrassed.
scroll there. It
Yes,
says
under
pickups.
your-
So it's saying
it's
it's
under
first
the-
used after you pick up your phone.
Like if you keep scrolling
is-
down,
this is very
still on the
enlightening,
weak
you know.
side,
Okay, I think my thing's.
you see it.
Why has it changed?
Yeah, mine's Instagram, then Twitter, then messages, then music.
Mine's Instagram, then WhatsApp.
All
then
that
YouTube.
Kirk Franklin I've listened to.
Mine's
Mine's
Instagram,
No, but
music,
mine's like
Google. WhatsApp.
weird. It's changed now, so I can't.
My
even
weather
see.
comes up though, because I check the weather every morning.
I check music second. That's crazy.
You really are Mr. Rotation Boy.
You're rotating it.
Where's your like Spotify's and all that?
Low.
Mine's music. Mine's the fourth.
Oh wait,
music
you
is
said
fourth for
pick
me.
up, right?
But Spotify's eight.
Mine's third.
Where's pickup? I still can't find it. Oh, mine's WhatsApp.
Oh, is it? Yeah?
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's your first used pickup. But what's your most used overall though? Because mine's Instagram, then YouTube is second.
How do you know? Oh, is that what?
So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
says most used, and if you scroll down, then it says first pickup.
Mine's Instagram's my most used, then WhatsApp. First used after pickup is WhatsApp.
Oh, most
then
users
Instagram.
Twitter.
Right, my WhatsApp is down.
It's a
though.
shame,
It's not even
man.
up- it's
It
not
should
even high.
be a
My WhatsApp not even
Bible
top 5.
Yeah, I don't like WhatsApp anyway. So
You know
Yeah.
what's also? Do you know what? I don't get.
my WhatsApp's
I haven't
number
changed
7.
anything here, but I no longer get WhatsApp notifications. I think it's because my phone's like I need a new phone.
Do you know I need to
So
figure out?
before, I'd always get notifications. Now, unless I
Okay.
go into the app, I don't get the
That's the best
notifications.
thing. I turned that years ago.
Sick
Yeah.
now.
It's the best thing
Because
ever.
I don't. I don't stay in WhatsApp or stay checking like.
Yeah, I do that for all
even
my-
on Instagram. Like I don't get notifications and stuff.
I think the only notifications I get is for ASOS when something's back in stock,
Fair.
because that's important. Everything else, no.
All right, so I guess everyone's saying phones should definitely not be banned in public then.
No, definitely not.
No.
Because how would I know if I had an emergency? God
Yeah,
forbid.
not bad in public, but just try to use your phone less, I guess.
I think we should
Yeah.
definitely be more mindful though,
Yeah.
100%, especially when we're driving.
especially soon.
But don't you feel like that's just
I
something
already
we
use my
say?
phone less, so you're preaching to the choir here.
Okay,
true.
sorry.
I use my phone the least out of everybody.
All right,
By
sorry.
about 30 minutes average.
Boo,
Literally.
you're a
And
nerd.
Esther, we're like 20 minutes apart. Even less than that.
Yeah, basically.
Brent, what's yours?
I don't know, probably 2-3 hours.
A day?
You want to check?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
I did.
Look at me, I was
had
10
to turn
hours.
on screen time. I didn't have it on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I don't use my phone now. Unless somebody calls me.
All right. Well, I think we can move on to the headlines.
Thank you.
All right, so our first headline is an update on the trigger warning here on the case of Chris Kaba. So the Met officer who shot unarmed black man Chris Kaba dead was today or yesterday facing potential criminal charges as the police watchdog announced it was referring the killing to the CPS, the Crime Prosecution Service. The expectant father, Chris Kaba, who was 24, was shot once in the head, suffering catastrophic injuries in Kirkstall Gardens in Streatham after his car was boxed in by officers tailing him through the narrow South London street. The Met Police firearms officer, known as NX121, was suspended from duty, and the IOPC, the Independent Office for Police Conduct, launched a homicide investigation. On Thursday, the IOPC said it had decided to send a file of evidence to prosecutors on the basis of the findings of its months of investigation into the fatal shooting. The IOPC director, Amanda Rowe, said this was a tragic incident, and our investigators have been working hard to ensure that our comprehensive investigation has been completed without undue delay and within the 6 to 9 month time frame that we provided. Mr. Kaba died after he was struck by a single gunshot fired by an MPS officer into the vehicle he was driving. During the investigation, the officer was advised they were under criminal investigation for murder, and following the conclusion of our investigation, we have referred a file of evidence to the CPS to determine whether to charge the officer. Next headline, Brazil was threatening to take down Volkswagen. Yeah, man, they want to take them to court over allegations that it used slave labor on a vast ranch in the Amazon after talks on compensating workers ended without an agreement. Public prosecutors in Brazil are seeking compensation for men who they say were forced to work in humiliating and degrading conditions with no clean water or sanitation on the Fazenda Vale do Rio Cristalino cattle ranch, which was owned by the company in the northern Pará state between 1973 and 1987. Volkswagen denies all allegations of abuse. The men were hired by local contractors to chop down the rainforest and clear land for the cattle ranch. When they arrived, they were forced to buy their own tools, food and housing materials, which left them in debt bondage. This is what the prosecutors are saying, who have shared a dossier of evidence with the company. Brazil was threatening to take down... Pardon me. Yeah, well, that's it on that story. So about that. And the last thing takes us to Trinidad. There's some stuff happening in your country, Brett. So the government of the Eastern Caribbean island of Trinidad and Tobago has won a multi-million-dollar verdict in a sprawling corruption lawsuit that began nearly 20 years ago and involves former high-ranking officials. A jury in Miami awarded the government more than $100 million in compensatory damages in a verdict late on Wednesday. The civil case began in 2004 when the Trinidadian government sued a former finance minister, various businessmen, and several companies in countries including Florida, Panama, and Portugal. The lawsuit alleged that the defendants participated in a scheme beginning in August 1996 to illegally obtain consulting and construction contracts at hyperinflated prices via bribes, bid rigging, and money laundering linked to an expansion of the Piarco International Airport in the Trinidadian capital, Port Spain. The complaint initially targeted 56 defendants, among them 11 individuals and 12 corporate entities, but some secured deals over the years. So only 3 remained when the trial began earlier this month, which was the former finance minister, Brian Curie Tung, and 2 businessmen. Tung's attorney, Michael Garcia, said he plans to appeal and that the government lacks standing to sue and that he believes the plaintiff should have been Trinidad's airport authority. Among those named in the lawsuit that the government won was the former finance minister who I just mentioned, Brian Q. Tung, and attorney for him could not immediately be reached for a comment. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into Word on Road. Okay. You guys watch Snowfall, don't you?
Yeah.
So there's going to be a spin-off. Yeah, I'm yet to watch it. I might start this weekend, actually. There's, what's it called? Yeah, there's going to be a spin-off. So obviously, they're on the last season now. So, Girl Bean, who plays Wanda, does that ring a bell? Yeah.
She's really good, you know.
Yes, it's
She's
going to be
in
about her.
P-Valley as well. Y'all need to watch P-Valley. I've been telling your ass. Margs.
You have actually. But, so she's going to be the main character of the spin-off, basically. And so it's currently in development. And it's going to continue the original story, which is basically set in the 1990s about the crack epidemic, blah, blah. So I guess it's going to kind of follow on from what you guys already know as that.
No, like that is not exciting in the slightest. Wanda.
Yeah, Wanda.
Of all the, characters you'd want to see a spin-off for.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I haven't watched, to be honest, I'm so far behind. Like, I've only watched episode 1.
What?
I know.
Oh.
Do you know what it is?
Episode 1?
I've been
of this season?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know. You keep telling me that I need to get onto it.
Need to get
I'm
onto
gonna
it.
binge. I'm gonna binge.
Yeah, there's been 7 so far now.
Do you know what?
Is it ended now?
I got a long
No.
drive
Okay.
today, so
What, you gonna watch it while you drive after?
I'm not driving.
was it? Oh,
See,
okay.
shame. Look at you.
Yeah, I was ready for you. Don't worry. Ready bullets.
I'm not driving. No, I'm driving up to Manchester, but I'm not driving. So I'm
Oh.
saying I might just
You might
see if I
watch
can
it
get
again.
on something and
Yeah.
watch it in the car.
Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be about her. But so there's no word about whether anyone else from the original is gonna come on.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be new characters introduced. So apparently she's gonna be the connection between the original and the spin-off, and then more new characters will be introduced. But
This sounds, Brent, I'm lying. This sounds poor.
Yeah, I don't understand. One does the girl that went from the crackhead to the wife, right?
Yeah,
This is
Wife?
just gonna bang.
yeah. Oh, so you spoiled it for her.
Who is she married to? Lyon.
Leon.
They got married. Oh.
And guess where they went to? Ghana.
Can we?
But you would have known that they were coupled up because that
No,
was before.
no, I know
the-
they were a couple, but then
Yeah.
I know that obviously she when she became a fiend and then she got
Yeah.
clean and
Yeah.
started working.
Yeah.
But I didn't see them get back together.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not
for sure.
interested in her story.
At all. I
If
hope.
she's gonna turn into a drug queen pin, okay. But how are you seeing that?
I hope not.
Can I just
Yeah.
quickly talk about something now?
Yeah. Is it not?
I love how Ghana's on the map here. Like,
No, but-
I really love it.
Mm.
But it's too much.
Yeah.
yeah, 'cause
Every film, every
Yeah.
Ghana, and you know
I feel like
what?
from next year
You
we're
know,
gonna see all of it.
it's too much. And you know, even the other day that I saw a tweet that made me laugh. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be really annoying because I don't remember her name. Mum from Moesha.
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Right. Obviously,
Yeah.
she's been in Ghana.
Yeah.
And there's been a whole thing about it.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I saw her
Someone tweeted that's an extra £1,000 added to the flights. All this stuff does, yeah, is make it a lot harder.
They're filming Gulf Strip 2 over there.
I know, and I don't
For
want.
Avacello.
I don't want them to.
But
That's
this
the
should
thing.
be Good.
Do you know why it's not? Because yeah, there's loads of money being pumped into my country,
But
right?
they're not spending it.
No, that's the problem. It's not. We're not. The economy isn't thriving.
You're not
Although
distributing it. You're not distributing it to where the players
no,
are out
and
there.
that's what the problem is. All this money's been plummeted into Ghana, right, from tourism, and it's amazing, but it's not. It's not
Benefiting
reflected.
the-
It's not.
yeah.
No one's seeing. Like the people that need to be seeing it, the locals,
I'm not seeing it.
they're not seeing it. They're struggling.
that's the
Things
thing
are 10 times
because-
harder, and that's why it's
Yeah.
getting annoying. Do you get what I mean?
And that's the issue because who was talking about it? Oh, Ade Shopper. He was talking about how like with Ghana, when people go to Ghana, they want to go to like the high end restaurants, blah blah. blah. So it's like
you're not going to.
you're not actually helping the locals.
You're not. You're going
Because
to.
he was
the
like, you're not
bougie places.
This is it. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not actually helping the locals. So the people that should be, like you said, people that need it the most are not the ones seen, and that's the issue. When Westerners start to go back to like Africa and stuff, they go to Africa to live Western lives.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? They don't go to integrate with the culture, to know the locals, to do all that stuff. So then when you go over there, the people that are still going to be suffering are the locals, sadly. But yeah,
So it's
I feel like we're going to see a lot of films coming from Ghana.
Is it being gentrified right now?
Well, Ghana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not quick enough.
What do you mean gentrified? Ain't it just like a tourist spot? Like you just care because you're Ghanaian, innit? When you go to other countries, you're not thinking about the locals or that. You go to other countries, you go to Mexico, you go where you're going, you do what you're doing, you do tourist shit. So it's a place where people are traveling. It's a tourist place. It's not like gentrified. It's just tourism, innit? Like
But
why
if more
should
and more
anyone?
money is being poured into a country, shouldn't they?
Yeah, but the people
want
that's going
to
there, the people that when
develop
people. That's I'm saying.
facilities that are there for people to enjoy it more.
Yeah, but surely you're just thinking like that because of the connection to it. Because you don't think like that about any other country. You don't care about any other country you go to. You just go and do your tourist shit.
Give me some
Fair.
examples of.
Anywhere you went.
Cause
You're not going to go to the. You don't care if you go to the locals when you pick your restaurants. When you go anywhere you go.
in Trinidad. Tobago
Ooh,
is
here we go.
now pristine because of how many people used to go there and they've built it up. It now doesn't belong to locals. It belongs to bare like German white people. So this is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But that's also like, and that's the thing. So most businesses in Ghana are not owned by Ghanaians though, either. Like a lot of them are owned by Lebanese, Chinese.
Oh, we have that in Nigeria as well.
Like-
The Lebanese are really taking over Africa.
Yeah,
boy.
there's
It's mad.
rarely any like Ghanaian businesses in Ghana.
Yeah, same in Trinidad.
Yeah.
The Lebanese.
Yo,
They smart.
and yo.
That's it. They smart.
They smart.
Who's meant to solve that problem though?
Huh?
Who's
The
meant to
government,
solve
but the
that
government
problem?
won't.
No, Ghanaians. They're meant to use their brain and instead of competing with each other and being this whole crabs in the barrel, like that mentality, they need to like, 'cause you know what I mean? But they don't do that. Like you see it all the time. They'd rather, even how they treat like foreigners. Do
Yeah.
you get what I mean? Even how they treat other people from other races who are there. You're like a god.
Yeah.
If you're like, they don't respect you because you're Ghanaian.
You can't be onto these people who want like business opportunities and that. If no one don't want to take the business opportunity, if you can see tourism's growing and you don't want to think of that, you can't be onto people. If I go to Ghana, I want the best experience that I'm gonna get. So when I go to these restaurants or wherever I'm gonna get, I'm gonna go there and enjoy it as a holiday maker. I don't give a shit who owns it. If it's Lebanese,
No, of course you don't, and I don't expect you to. But I'm talking about the people that are actually there. I'm
So
talking
I'm
about
saying
people,
the people that are out there, how come they don't see tourism raising and see
No,
the
but
business
that's-
opportunities and
but
be growing and
that's-
building their places, man?
That's my point.
Oh, sorry.
Do you get what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I said they need to use their heads and get ahead of the game, because you lot can see how many tourists you guys are getting. Like, do you know what I mean? You see it flooding in, and it's only going to get worse. And the thing is, this isn't something that started last year.
Yeah.
I've been going Ghana for December since 2012. That's over a decade ago. Do you get what I mean? So Dirty December has been dirtying for over a decade. So at what point do you know what I mean?
But us out here, yeah, should we be doing more back home though? Because like you said, even us who come from these countries now, when we go back, are we patronizing the locals?
I am. I make a point to do that.
I go to
You have
local
to.
restaurants though.
Yeah,
Like
man.
I actually like local food. You get what I mean?
But I feel like
I didn't
because
go
we're
to
from
Ghana.
there,
I didn't go
though.
to Ghana to eat burger and chips.
Yeah, this is it.
Literally, I didn't.
If you see the things I told my mom to bring me back, mom was in Nigeria. Yeah. She had to be like to me, "You're doing too much now.
Like I
I want you to
literally
bring amala back for me." She was like, "I'm not carrying soup in my bag for you." But no, yeah, but I feel like that's because we're from there. Actually, well, no, it wouldn't apply to everybody, but I feel like it's different for us. Do you get what I mean? Like
and, you
that
get,
is.
and to be honest, I like the best of both. I'm not sitting there saying that I'm not gonna go to like a bougie restaurant, because I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah,
but I'm also gonna go to a local restaurant and experience both. Do you get what I mean?
The food is more banging anyway in the non-bougie places. Trust me. That's where the food really. That's where the flavor really is at.
Is the service the same?
What in bougie place? Bruv, it's Ghana, man. You think because you've gone to a nice restaurant, you're still gonna get the please, we don't have, please, I'm shy, please, it's coming. Like you're gonna, it's Ghanaians. Like it's better, but it's still Ghana. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, it still has that element of slowness, but not to the same degree.
Yeah.
So when are you gonna? Obviously, I'm talking generally, not just to you, but to everybody, not just in the room. But when are we gonna go back and do what the Lebanese are doing
And build.
and build, buy the land?
When I have the money.
Soon, you know, I'm looking to get into property there.
Good,
So like even when I go, I've got a meeting
good.
to look at properties and stuff, because I'm there often. So
You're
I
there,
might-
yeah,
I
that's true.
actually might as well. Do you get what I mean? So definitely that.
That's the only way.
But
to
you know
solve
do you know what it is about business in Ghana?
it.
Africa in general, yeah?
Yeah.
You have to be on the ground because they will take you for idiot.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? So unless you're on ground, you're gonna struggle for your business to thrive in the early stages, because that's what I'm saying about this whole crabs in the like no one is supportive.
Yeah.
They will rob you of your money and come and give you excuses. Or
What
like,
if you have someone there, like a family
I'm not
member
gonna
that's
lie,
there you can trust to do it?
like
Really?
But the thing is though, yeah. I know we're still on the road, yeah. We'll move on quickly. I don't want to make it like what you're saying is not valid, because it's 100% the truth, right? But don't you feel that find that the Lebanese people or these other foreigners face similar struggles as well? It may not be exactly the same struggles, but they need to be there too.
yeah, that's why they're there.
That's what I'm saying.
There's loads of them.
So why are we not doing
No,
the
but
same
that's what I'm
thing?
saying. It's like, but in order for me to do like have a I've had different business ideas of stuff that I want to do out there, but I know that in order for me to do it and commit, I have to be on ground.
Yeah.
It can't be a back and forth thing, at least for the first year or two. Do you know what I mean? To literally see it through and get into that place where I'm happy with, and I trust someone enough to be like, okay, cool, you manage it, and do you know what I mean? And I can oversee it, but there's no way you can leave someone. Because I'm talking about even family experiences from, my mum's building a house.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You think people didn't do her dirty? Her own family members. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's her bloodline.
100%.
So for me, it's like from that experience, I know that I can't not be there on ground and expect someone to do me because like just to treat me how I would treat them, because they don't think like that over there. There's no sense of unity in my opinion anyway, from what I've seen. So
Correct me if I'm wrong. When these Chinese and these Lebanese people be building infrastructure there, don't they ship in laborers?
Yeah, they do a lot of the time.
They don't use the locals.
Not
So
all the
they're
time,
not
no.
they're not
You're not helping the economy.
they're not stymied by the not just that, but the whole aspect of Gina saying you have to be on the ground to basically look for people to be teething from you.
No, but what I mean, this is why I'm saying the struggles are not exactly the same, but there's still struggles. So you still, I don't want to obviously perpetuate a certain stereotype, but they're still going to have to pay someone enough to do certain things. So there's certain things that we find annoying that we have to pay this person so I can get access to this thing, and then pay this person so I can actually start building, then do this. A lot of them, they have to do the same things. There's certain struggles that you just do because you're just getting into being a business person. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes those hurdles, we can't allow them to just be hurdles, innit? We got to buy up the land. We just got to buy the land. You know what I'm saying? So that these other people that come can't buy the land. There's no land left for them. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise they'll come to the country, buy up the land, and effectively they will be the politicians. That's all that will happen. We'll just be black people around moving with white people at the top in Africa. This is horrible.
The business owners and the landowners in Nigeria, are they as corrupt as the Lebanese people or the Chinese?
Corrupt in what sense, though?
Well, the fact that it is that they would kind of see themselves as separate to the locals.
Okay.
And they wouldn't look to, I guess, give back or develop for the locals' benefit. And you always talk about Nigeria. And it's
Do you know what it is, yeah? I feel like for me, it will always be worse because it's somebody else doing to us. And when it comes to like the Chinese and Lebanese and other non-black people that move there, sometimes even non-Africans, there's this thing of oppressing. It's like a slavery thing. It's basically, I call it modern day slavery, basically. So that will always appear worse to me. If we break it down and strip everybody away from the race and ethnicity and whatever else it is, it's the same thing. It's the same poor treatment of human beings, but it will just always have a worse tone to me because I see them taking advantage, knowing that, like, knowingly going to these African countries, knowing that we can take advantage of this, that we can intentionally take advantage, that would always be worse to me.
Okay, I hear that in relation to direct, like, examples. For example, when it is that we were reporting on that Chinese guy having them children dance and stuff, TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
But in this case, I could understand as to why Lebanese people would look after their own when it is they're building in a separate country or different country, right? Because they want to expand this particular community of theirs. But for black people who are local there, who are there screaming, let's stop the Lebanese and Chinese from building here. If they go on, buy up the land and do that and then still treat their people bad, I don't see how Lebanese people are worse than...
Because you're coming to someone else's land to take over the place. That's the thing. They're not just coming there, just building businesses and leaving. They're trying to take over. Like the whole thing with the Chinese government, and this is why I said that sometimes it goes back to, not even sometimes, it does go back to the government. Because if the government protected their land properly, people wouldn't be able to come in and start dictating this, that, and the other. So it is definitely different because they have gone into a country that isn't theirs, and they're intentionally, like, not pouring into the spaces that they're taking. I feel like if it was a black person who started a black business, they'll be hiring other Nigerians who are also black. That helps. But when you're coming to someone else's country and you're then importing your people, is different.
I think I expect another to oppress me more than my own.
Yeah, but your own oppressing you, that's the thing. It's so much deeper than them just being mean human beings. There's a lot of institutional things that is the cause of why there's classes. There's a lot of classism that happens
in a predominantly black country.
There's a lot of classes. We don't have racism, but it's a lot of classist shit that goes on.
I still see it as worse, though.
That's fair, but yeah. I don't know what I was talking about. How did we even get?
Sorry,
here?
but it was me. Sorry, I was talking about Ghana. I'm sorry.
From Snowfall.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing is about Bill Gates' daughter, Phoebe Gates. So basically, I guess the internet just found out she has got a black boyfriend. And there was all sorts of memes and all sorts. But it's actually cute because it was their 1 year anniversary yesterday. And they both posted on their story. They're really, really cute together, in my opinion. And she has spoken about actually the stereotype that comes with her being in an interracial relationship and all that kind of stuff. And she said, that one of the things about being famous is that, she said, the misconceptions and conspiracy theories about my family and my relationship with my boyfriend is one of the most annoying things. And also, she says she doesn't like the idea of being a meme. Just being memed for being in an interracial relationship. She also said it's 2023. I'm done being memed. Yeah, it's 2023. I'm done being memed for being in an interracial relationship. But yeah, man, it's cute. I think they're lovely, cute couple.
Is the dad giving her the money? Or is he one of them stupid dads?
I think he's one of the stupid dads.
I don't
He's wasting
know.
his time then, man.
You got a picture up there.
Let me see a picture. Esther, yours is a bit more.
And also, he goes to Stanford University, so he's black excellence.
Hola.
So because people are moving like
She picks the bum off the street.
Yeah, and people are like, because in the picture that's circulating online, he's like smiling. He's smiling because he's happy to have a girlfriend and be with his girlfriend. People are like, oh, if that was me, I'd smile like that too. It's like, nah, man, he's black excellence. He's walking black excellence, and he looks like a very well put together, intelligent young black king. So big up him, man.
He's cracked it, man. Get the money, young blood.
I'm here for love.
Yeah, man. I'm here for love too, man. Just got the right idea. Winning.
Not winning. Not winning.
No. She come from good stock. You get me?
Okay.
Got to put down some seeds now, some roots. Keep this investment, man.
No, the picture of him grinning is hilarious though.
I know it's proper
It's
green.
proper,
Like,
I'm so
ear to
happy
ear.
to be here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Why he's handsome?
He is. Isn't
Yeah.
he? He's a very handsome guy.
Oh,
He's lucky you
handsome.
caught her first. You get me?
I can't.
Stay there anyway. God's got a plan for me.
I just can't. My next one, it's about Jonathan Majors. I'm glad you're here today.
Sis, this crushed me, man. I was
I'm glad
so
you're here
sad. I
today.
thought I'm literally there, obsessed over you, and this is what you're doing. And
Do you know what it is, yeah?
Media, so I can't even like.
This is it. I think what he needs to do, he needs to question the team that he has. So there's been a further developments, right? So the whole thing about, so obviously he was arrested. I gave you guys, talked about on Monday, I believe. He was arrested for alleged domestic violence and assault and whatever else. But then he was released, and his lawyers are saying that he didn't do anything. So they've got a statement, and the statement said, Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and is probably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows. The woman he knows is his girlfriend. They live together, by the way. Talk about women he knows. We're quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. This evidence includes video footage from the vehicle where this episode took place, witness testimony from the driver and others who both saw and heard the episode, and most importantly, 2 written statements from the woman recanting these allegations. So I told you guys about the statement on Monday and about the whole recanting following, obviously, when someone recants a statement, I don't know, it's not always as clear as, they didn't mean that, or they're really taking it back because they're really taking it back. But anyways, I will tell you why in a minute. And then the statement goes on to say, all the evidence proves that Mr. Majors is entirely innocent and did not assault her whatsoever. Unfortunately, this incident came about because this woman having an emotional crisis, so they're blaming it on her mental health as well, for which she was taken to hospital yesterday, blah, blah, the MIP, blah, 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 blah. So yesterday, they released text messages between him and the girlfriend. And I just don't think his team, his lawyers, I don't know what they thought this was going to do. But in my opinion, all this does is it just makes things worse.
Have you seen it?
Yes,
You got it?
I'm
You wanna read it out?
about to read it out. Whew. Let's get ready, right? So, from the screenshot, you can see that she starts with, this is a previous conversation, right? So I'm going to go from the today text, which is what addresses the attack as well. So he messages her saying, "Did you leave the keys?" And then he says goodbye something, and that is blocked out. I don't know whether it's a name or whatever, but that bit is blocked. So it says goodbye, whatever. Cool. So that happened. That was at 8:58 in the morning. Then in the evening, 6 p.m., she then messages him. So these are her text messages to him. She says, "Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me they wouldn't be charged. No, they assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did. I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of hospital. Just call me when you're out. I love you." So the context of their fight anyway was that he was allegedly messaging women or whatever, and she tried to grab the phone. He then proceeded to do all sorts and strangle her and all sorts. So so she sent that at 6 p.m. Then later that same day at 9:32 p.m. she says, they just called again to check on me, and I reiterated how this was not an attack and they do not have my blessing on any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank, this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told this. She ensured this to me. I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out and your worry as my partner due to our communication prior. Out of care, she promised all will be relayed. Personally, I don't think this helps him at all.
I don't think it makes it worse, but I don't think, because basically, to me, I'm seeing this as, okay, they had a fight clearly, right?
Yeah.
Something's gone on. Whether he hit her back because she hit him first, there's clearly some back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's obviously trying to, I guess, soften the blow. And if she's saying that she passed out, I'm assuming he called the ambulance or whoever because she was whatever. And I guess when they came, they saw the bruises. You shouldn't be having a back and forth with you. It's the back and forth. Why are you even having a back and forth with her?
What sense?
Like, she's obviously got bruises, and she's probably like she mentions that
They saw bruises on her.
there's obviously, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's hurt. So clearly, I'm saying in the back and forth, he's hurt her. And obviously, I'm just assuming because of what he looks like, his strength, do you know what I mean? I don't know what she looks like, but for you to bruise someone, do you know what I mean?
Is he being held to a different standard because he's famous or something?
No.
No, I'm just seeing this is.
I mean, unless she's lying and he's forcing her to make the statement, yeah. Like if she's telling the truth and she made it off her own back, yeah, then it's more of why are we getting involved in people's business then? People in relationships do this stuff all the time. And it's not saying it's right to get physical with people, but this shit happens up and down all the time. And if he's done that, that's the parameters of their relationship. She either understands or she felt she deserves it or whatever, but she ain't trying to distance from him. She wants to stay with him, make it work. That's their relationship. Why are we getting involved in their business? And obviously it's just different because they're in the public eye, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, are we holding them to a different standard just because he's famous? There's colleagues that people work with that have relationships and they problem like this stuff. There's people in toxic relationships that fight each other all the time, and we
100%.
don't hold it against. We don't get involved in their relationship.
Because
so is
we
it just
don't
because
know.
my man's famous and we can see it? Because again, like I said, if she's being forced to say all this stuff, then that's different. But if that's genuinely how she feels and they want to move on, and this is her man, she understands what he done. She doesn't care. Why does anybody else care? Let them. I don't business. What do I get involved in people's relationship for? What do they let them do? What they're doing in the yard. This is what they want. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
A relationship that I am happy.
But Yusuf, don't finish me.
A relationship I'm happy is together. Is Davido's confirmed that he's married. He and Chioma are officially married.
How did I know?
That what?
Oh,
Or that his girlfriend's wife.
yeah, man. I knew. I
Who?
just knew.
Jonathan
I
Majors.
thought it Davido, I think.
I thought you said that. Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
what?
No,
That's what he's,
Davido's with
I
the,
thought he married already, Davido.
Yeah, I thought
No, they weren't.
was black.
I just want to throw my phone at you.
Who? Oh, Jonathan Majors. I'm thinking
Oh,
more.
what, you didn't know?
No, but you know what? I was gonna actually go and Google it, yeah. But something told me. Something told
so
me.
you don't want to see that.
But I thought, no,
You
let
never
me
saw
know.
Dr. Umar saying he got snow bunnied?
No. And then
I just hope his role in Avengers is not affected by this.
I need a moment. I need a moment.
This is Kang, man. I'm joking.
He's taken
But,
back by that.
He took himself out.
No, I can't. No. Please proceed. It's okay.
Yeah, so Davido had his first interview since being MIA for months, and it was with Bukumi Adeyaga Ilori, and you can find it on YouTube if you want to watch it. And he said, just being away, you know, I've had a lot of time to think, time to rest, reflect on a lot of family time, and time to make music again. He said, you know, I remade the album. So his album was basically already written before his son passed away. And during the time of his absence, he basically rewrote the album, which is out today. So go check that out. Also, he's got a London show in Camden, Coco Camden. So anyone who wants to go, the tickets are out at 10 a.m. Yes, so he said before I went on a break, I actually had an album ready. I had a tour ready. You know, we did the album. I traveled. It was crazy. And he said I'm married, and he said a lot of things. He's basically been up to a lot of different things. But yeah, he's ready to now get back on the road. He said the album is out. It's amazing. And yeah, man. So I think it's very lovely. Obviously, he and Choma have got the child who sadly passed away. But yeah, they're really really sweet. They're really really sweet couple, and they help each other. He's helped her with like her chef stuff. She supports him with like his music and stuff. So I love a good union. So yeah, congratulations to them. And that is all from me. Let's get into people's journal.
All right, people. So welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. I'm going to be super quick today. There isn't that much news. The first thing I want to mention is that the UK has signed a deal to join a trade pact with 11 Asia and Pacific nations. This is 3 years after they obviously officially left the EU. So joining the group, what they're saying is will boost the UK exports by cutting tariffs on certain goods like cheese, cars, chocolate, machinery, gin and whiskey, all that type of stuff, right? And so because of that, the government's pretty much estimating that being part of this bloc will only add 0.08% to the size of the UK's economy. So even though it's not the biggest difference at all, right? They are saying that I guess long term it will have some effects down the line that will obviously better aid the economy of the UK pretty much. Also, basically, the partnership, which is called the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, right? It's a CPTPP. Membership of that particular partnership loosens restrictions on trade between the members, like I was saying earlier, and it reduces the tariffs, which is pretty much like a border tax. You know what I'm saying? So, as we know, in terms of economics, right, you're always going to pay taxes here and there and there. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of reduces the effect of a proper free market, right? But being part of this now kind of removes that. It's a similar type of thing where you get certain people talking about there shouldn't really be certain border taxes or even visas getting from African country to another African country because it kind of stifles the economy of every other African country. So of course these nations are not part of the EU, but it's just I guess an attempt by the UK government to kind of connect with those in the Far East and hopefully better the economy of the UK. And the last thing I wanted to mention is, which is something that we pretty much knew anyway, that rising bills and tax hikes, which will be coming into effect in April, will unfortunately leave a family which has an annual income of 50k, almost £700 a year worse off. This is according to a study of the damaging effects on the cost of living crisis, pretty much. So certain unions have pretty much come out and they've warned that an increase in the minimum wage is not going to be enough to offset the pressure on these type of on the families that will be affected by this, pretty much, right? What they're saying is bills for like dental work, prescriptions, water, broadband, car tax, all these type of things are going to be rising as government departments and certain companies, regulated companies, are allowed to kind of impose their increase in inflation affected like prices pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Also, council tax bills, I think I mentioned this before, will be going up from the 1st of April. The average council tax bill will increase by £99 from the 1st of April, which means the average will be over £2,000 for the first time. So yeah, man. Have you guys ever looked into how much you're paying for council tax and said to yourself, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense? And actually got them to kind of look at it again? Because what I would say is, obviously it may not be the case for everyone, right? But sometimes you're in the wrong band, innit?
I don't know. What's my band? What do I pay council tax? It's about 1,200 or something.
Oh, that's good then.
Hmm?
That's a good price.
Is that decent?
Yeah, very.
Is that how much you pay? I'm not sure, but last things I was looking was about 1,200, 1,300. I think I'll see somewhere. Oh, you paid the up front? No, but I think that's what I think. I'm not 100% sure, but that sounds like a figure that I saw somewhere.
But yeah, the only downside I would say to people is before you go and start questioning if you're complain, if they redo it and they find that you're in a wrong tax band and you should be in higher, they're not leaving you where you are, innit? They're going to obviously increase it, and then you're going to be paying more. But yeah, like I said, this is kind of just a reiteration of what I've been saying this week and last week, pretty much, which is that from April, the bills that when these the bills pretty much for regular things on a day-to-day, right, are going up, and from April, that's going to be affecting everyone's pocket pretty much, because the government, yes, even though like I did say before with Jeremy Hunt's budget, there are certain subsidies and certain things put in place to kind of help families continue. That's been extended. Like, it's not going to obviously be lasting forever, innit? So, yeah, no good news today, pretty much. But yeah, that's it for the People's Journal.
Thank you. Let's get into Sis. What would you do?
Okay, happy Friday. Absolutely love you all. I listen every single day. I can't wait till I get the chance to participate in the live chat. It always reads like it's litty. Anyway, girls, is it wrong for me to expect a guy I'm talking to respond quickly to my messages during the day, even though I take twice as long, sometimes even 3 times as long to message him back? He doesn't get an eighth of the amount of messages I get every day, yet he takes longer than I like to respond to my messages. Mind you, he used to message back within minutes of me sending a message, and I'd take my normal time to reply to the message. He raised it with me, and I showed him at the time, and that I had 38 messages unread, so he knew how many messages I actually got. And then after that, the frequency of his responses started getting spaced out. This is only with us communicating via WhatsApp, by the way. In real life, we are all good, so there isn't any problem with our in real life relationship. It's just edging me that he takes longer than I want him to reply. So what do you ladies think?
Very silly.
I'm sorry.
You're a very, very silly human being.
Grow up.
So wait a minute.
Literally, like, and I know it sounds harsh, but
No, sometimes people need
grow the F
harshness.
up. Are you all right?
So wait, you want him to text you back immediately, even though
But
you're gonna take 3 hours to reply?
Like, this is why
Don't be an ass.
dating is ruined, by the way. This is why we are not thriving, because of nonsense like this. It's like, because it sounds like you're purposely taking long to respond to his messages.
Exactly, because you're aware that
Because-
the texts come in.
Exactly.
so
And you're like,
just-
oh, I've got 38. Okay.
I don't have
But
patience
you're
for this
clearly not,
today.
like, if you can see that you've got 38 messages, you can see that you can respond to his message. Do you get what I mean?
He's playing at your
But
game.
you're- literally, and you don't like it. So I'm going to be honest with you. You need to get it together.
He's playing at your game, and you can't complain. If you want things to change, then you need to start replying to his messages
Yeah.
ASAP and give him that energy. And if the energy is sweet, he will match the energy. But where he's responding straight away and you're taking forever, he's not matching your energy.
He's not a
You
prick.
can't-
He's thinking, okay, cool. Like,
Exactly. And
you
telling
want to
me
leave
you've got-
me you want to respond to me like every 5 hours, but these times you expect. No, I'm not doing it.
And I'll be honest with
I
you as
get
well,
it, 'cause
even
I'm big on matching your energy.
Oh, I'm big. I love that.
It's not
But
even
you telling me
pettiness,
as
yeah.
well.
Sorry to cut you. Yeah. It's not even pettiness. Yeah. It's general, like, what's the word I'm looking
Self-respect.
for?
Courtesy.
Not even self-respect. It's like, what's the word I'm looking for? You know when something's not practical? No, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. If I want to have a conversation with you, yeah, and every time I try and talk to you, yeah, you take 2 hours to reply. Yeah.
It's not gonna
So we
flow.
can't talk right
Conversations
now.
don't flow.
Yeah, so we can't talk right now.
I can't even, if like you said, in real life we're alright, but on WhatsApp I can't even
Yeah.
get up.
with your
So,
flow,
it
yeah.
just-
So we'll
so it
talk in
doesn't,
real
so it
life.
doesn't- so it doesn't matter.
We'll talk
When
in
you
real
message me, I'll just whatever,
Yeah,
because it doesn't
I
even
can't
matter.
It's what you said. We can't have a conversation. So when we're in a place where we can have a conversation, we'll have the conversation in real life.
Yeah, so I'm not
You
even being
can't-
petty. I'm just using my logic. It just don't even. It
because
doesn't
you're
even
unavailable.
matter.
You're unavailable during these hours, so I'm not going to contact you during these hours because you can't get back to me during these
But now-
hours.
but now you're
Well, you can't be
crying.
crying about it. If
Yeah.
everything is fine in life, you can't be upset that your messages aren't being replied to. That means you're seeing the messages come in,
Yeah.
but you're still intentionally taking the time.
That's
if you
my
want things to
point.
change,
It's
then now,
intentional.
now you need to step up, and now you need to give him what it is that you want to receive. And if he sees that you're more available, and sorry, furthermore, anyway, telling somebody you're not the only person I'm not replying to, that's wild.
Yeah, I was
A guy
thinking
can
that.
tell me
like,
that.
Like you, okay, so is that meant
You're
to
one
make,
of
is that
38
Is that
messages.
meant to make me feel better? So I'm the prick that should wait in line.
I should wait in line. So I
These
might be
38
number
people-
35 or I might be number 5. I might be number 2.
No.
No, but you
Bye.
can show some because I've had that before, and I've tried to date people. I haven't used my phone.
Nah, man. If I'm trying to
Like,
date you,
No, but I'm saying you're getting onto me, and I could show you
the-
10
proof of my
other
history.
15 messages after you. None of them has been opened. I haven't used my phone.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
using it.
yeah, but if you're dating someone, that person's meant
Yeah,
to
a
be priority. to
You're-
you. So
I'm-
you
yeah.
telling them, hey, you're just one of 38. That's not.
That's not-
That's
making me
yeah.
feel like-
wild.
It's not,
Yeah.
there's no priority if I haven't used my WhatsApp. Like if I haven't gone in there, there's no such thing as priority. I haven't
there
gone
is.
in.
No, there
there's
is.
not.
Yes,
There
there
is.
is.
I haven't gone in there.
No, what I mean
No,
is,
but that's fair, but-
if you're dating a girl,
That's the priority.
are you making her your priority? So when she messages you, you make a point to reply. Don't
though you
bunch
don't-
around
yeah.
with the other 38 people and say,
I might not
replied
have
to
no
anyone.
notifications on. If you and again, you
You
got no.
said you might not. So
Yeah,
what
no,
if
so I'm
you
saying
do?
if
No,
you
but
want
that's
me,
fair.
what I'm saying is if you want me and it's like
Yeah.
that thing, yeah, call me if you need me.
No, but do
if
you know
I
what's-
haven't gone in WhatsApp, yeah, there's no priority. It
I
doesn't
get what
matter who
you're
you are. You
saying,
could be mum,
yeah.
girlfriend, whatever. I have not gone in there.
I
I'm
get
not
what you're saying.
prioritizing anybody.
I get what
so
you're
if you
saying,
want me,
but-
contact me and call me.
I get what you're saying. What you're saying actually makes sense. There is no priority because again, you're not answering anybody.
Yeah.
My thing is with her, sis is seeing the messages come in, and she's telling him,
You're number 39.
There's-
You're number 39,
Here's your
baby.
ticket.
Basically saying, get to the
And
back
you
of
can wait.
Get to the back of the
Waiting
line.
list.
back of the line. Do you know what I mean? So I get if you don't see messages, there is no priority. I can't lie, not my man though, because you should be looking out for my messages.
No,
so.
literally. And
But
you know
I
what
get
it is? But do you know
But
also,
that's
yeah?
wild.
So for example, I've got friends who I know bad on WhatsApp, so I'll text you.
Yeah, this is
Because
it.
you're more likely, like, do you know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
can find what works for you in it. So if you, do you know what I mean? But do you know what it is that's annoying me? I feel like you're nitpicking now. And like, if everything's good in other areas, this isn't a hill you should die on and
Do
make
you know
an
what?
issue of it. Because it's like, I want to know how the conversation is going to go. Oh, I'm really annoyed that you don't respond to my WhatsApp and you don't respond to my messages
Oh,
on
but you
time,
take 3
even
hours
though
to
I
message
take
me
3
back.
hours to respond. I expect you to respond in a timely manner. And the fact that you're not responding in a timely manner is upsetting me and my homegirls. Make it make
Do you know how
sense.
stupid that is?
BFFR.
Yeah, BFFR for real. Yeah,
So
man. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
usually
yeah.
here for the girls.
I
but,
can't. Yeah,
But this one.
Yeah, but you know, I don't support all bitches. Some of you dumb.
Some of you are dumb.
Some of you dumb.
I'm
Not you,
done.
girl, but you know, I just as a rule, I don't stand with all women because
No, I agree. But
not all
this-
women stand
but-
with me.
But,
so
but this one is.
so we guided.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
just
feel like
think-
I feel like your first mistake because she did say that after she told him about the whole 38 messages is when
That's
Uncle
when his
said,
energy
"All right."
changed. Exactly.
Do you
Like,
know how wild it is to tell
no, but
someone
the thing
that?
is, how this is why I'm so
Oh.
like this is beyond
Beyond me.
Like you've told someone that they're not a priority and that there's 38 other people that you
That
even
you're
have
also
to
airing.
respond to, that you're airing, right? And obviously, in saying that, the person's energy has changed. How are you now confused or in your feelings about it? Because
Yeah.
you set the standard.
You've
let
told him
him
he's not.
know
I feel like that's what
that he's
that's
not
his
a
issue is. You know,
priority.
I feel like. Do you know what is? I feel like if he knew that you had a busy day, I feel like he still would have messaged her here and there. But letting him know that listen, big man, it's not just your messages is waiting, and
And you
there's
know what it
37
is?
other ones.
And when it's like, oh, he doesn't get as many messages as I get.
You don't
okay.
know. Do you know what it is? Because I feel like in relationships, I feel like you can make like if someone's schedule is really, really like busier than the other person, the way you work things out, you make it balance. Do you know what I mean? You make what's the word? You make not make consent. You not compromises, but like you're aware of the situation and you understand it. You make concessions. That's it. You make concessions for that. But if then I'm then saying like I'm not that busy or whatever, and so obviously I've got more time to text you, but you're telling me, listen, I know that you're not as busy as I am, but listen, there's like 37 other messages that I've also aired. That is why I feel like that's what his issue is. So you need to address that. That's my advice to you. Is that you need to. I feel like he wouldn't mind texting you anyway, even knowing what your schedule is like, because he could just text you, have a nice day, and not expect a reply to that. But the fact that Uncle has said, when I see you in person, we're talking it, because you had to screenshot and let him know that he's one of many, and also guys' minds will run. How do I know everyone else in there's all girls and not other boys trying to audition for your love too? I haven't got time for that.
She's being silly because it's
She's
not
being-
even
it's very
affecting.
childish.
It's not even affecting the communication.
This is it.
It's not like she's trying to have conversations and it's not happening. She says, "I want him to message me back straight away," while I'm actively aware that I'm going to take a few hours to message him back. So every time, that's what you're going to do.
That's very
So
childish.
you just want to message him and then see it say ping and then be like, "Okay, cool." Then I can message him back. So you don't even have any plans for the conversation to be flowing and stuff anyway. So I don't even understand what.
I mean, I was even trying to play devil's advocate.
I could
but
see
I'm-
your face
I'm
twisting.
just-
Like you were literally doing this, like, but there's nothing. Yeah,
nothing-
it's
it's
silly.
nonsense.
Sorry,
No,
girl.
yeah. Sometimes I try to find things sometimes, but it's beyond me, this one. Yeah, I would say have a conversation with him. And I do think you've offended him with the whole 38 messages thing, 100%. I'm offended on his behalf. I think address that and then communicate when you get in person. Or if you really want things to change, if you like those messages and you like the idea of being wanted, that's another thing. Because really, do you think if everything else is going well, and she just like the idea of feeling like, oh, he's waiting on me for a reply, you can check your ego first. Check that at the door. But yeah, if you want things to change, then you need to give him different. Now you need to start replying and messaging him every 0.2 milliseconds.
Can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
Because this girl seems very foolish to me, but
Wow.
I think
And
that
another
might be
one.
a bit extreme of me to say that, because reading this, but I know that plenty of women like this running around with the same entitled mentality.
You're right.
So how do we advise the guy?
To what?
Should we tell him to leave?
Why would you tend to leave?
Why are we telling him to put up his bollocks?
No,
If
but
all
you know
of us
what?
say this is
No,
madness.
let me tell you. No, let me tell you
All
what
of
it
us
is.
say this.
We're not telling him to put it up.
This
because
could grow into something else.
No, it could, but do you know what? I respect how he's handled it. I respect that he's pulled back. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's matched her energy. That's what I was
I haven't
going to
advised him
do.
because he's done the right thing.
He's done the right thing.
exactly what
He's
I would
matched
do.
her energy.
He's pulled back.
Obviously, he's playing her at her own game, right?
Yeah.
So it could be a conversation. They get over, and it is what it is. Obviously, she has a certain expectation, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, that can be lowered. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just even reality, right? To me, it's just a conversation. So I don't think it's a case of him having to leave her.
But
No,
I don't think it's that deep.
What
This
Brent's
is
kind
it's not his girlfriend.
They're just
Oh, no, like
dating.
Brenton.
as in
This
stop
is the
talking.
girl he's talking to.
Yeah, but
Yes,
I don't think it's
it's
like grounds to
talking
stop
her.
dating.
I don't think it's grounds to stop
It's not deep.
dating her.
Yeah, no.
But I think he's done the right thing. In terms of advice, he's handled it very well.
Like
but you
he's
have
done
to
exactly
remember-
what I would have advised him to do. Because also our energy is to the girl because we're telling her, are you dumb? So there is no advice to give him because he's done the right thing, which has made her come in with this dilemma. And we're letting her know, yeah, he's right in what he's done. Like he's justified in what he's done. So I don't
Let's
you know-
flip
get
this.
it.
Let's flip this, right? If it's the guy who is responsible for, I guess, expecting something that he's not giving
Yeah.
to the other person,
Yeah.
what would you advise the girl?
As in this same dilemma.
Yeah.
Match his energy.
This is the same. This is what I said. I said I can't advise him because he's done exactly what I would do and exactly what I would advise him to do. You pull back when someone's not matching your energy. You step away. You go where you're appreciated. If I'm messaging you and you're taking forever to message me,
I'm not gonna message you.
I'm not messaging you again because clearly you don't appreciate this. And if you're telling me as well, no guy can ever. I cannot tell a guy that you're taking long to reply to my messages, and he has the effrontery, the shoulders,
The
audacity
audacity.
to show me a screenshot and tell me that I'm one of 38 other messages.
Let me flip this a bit.
Goodbye.
More, right? Gina and Esther, right?
Hello.
Both of you. If one of your brethren, your good friends, comes to you and says, this guy that I'm seeing is moving a bit controlling, because I'm seeing this as a bit controlling.
What's controlling? It's not controlling.
All right, cool. Let me paint a picture.
No,
She hasn't
it
brought it to
is.
him.
Because I knew
She
where you were
hasn't
going.
brought
This
it
is
to
what I
him,
wanted to. But yeah, go on.
But
go
she
on,
hasn't. Do you know what? I can't say it's controlling because she hasn't brought it to him. She brought it to us. If she actually said I've spoken to him about it and he's not getting, then I would say yeah, you're moving mad. But right now, I think this is entitlement more than controlling. Controlling is a very different scenario.
I don't know if it is that she is basically taking it out on him on a certain way. He might
Okay,
she might
fair
be
enough.
removing something from him, but the fact that she's come here and saying, "What am I doing? Is it a bit mad?" If a guy was doing
It's because
that,
she knows she's moving mad. That's
a
what
guy's
she's
there
asking.
showing your girl all these messages, like I can't get to you, and when it is I send you a message, I expect you to respond quick. But I'm not gonna respond quick. I'm still gonna keep you at the edge. What would you tell your girl?
Yeah, to bounce. You're right. I'll tell her. Do you know what? I'll literally. Yeah, I would just be like.
I don't know.
No, do you know why? Because I'd say he's shown you who he is from now, innit? Like he's showing character traits in it, so you can kind of see who he is.
For me, yeah, this wouldn't be a situation I wouldn't walk away from. If it's a guy that I actually like and I actually want to have something with, I'm not just throwing in the towel based off of that. However, what I am doing, which I have done in the past, if someone's not matching my energy, what I do is I take a step back. If I'm giving you something and you're not appreciating, or you're not even, maybe it's what you don't want, you're not receptive to it, I just step back. So in this situation, whether it's my friend, whether it's my sister, whether it's my mum, whatever the scenario is, I'm doing the same. I'm telling you to do the same thing, which is what he's done. Pull back. If it is something that you want, this is what I said to her, if you want things to change now the onus is on her to prove to him that, you know what, you can, like, I can be trusted with that much attention. I can, but again, that's because she would then have to be the one texting him. And while he's still in this stewing of, I'm going to take however long I want to take to work, you can't complain about it. Because again, hopefully, you got just hope that you give him enough and one day you guys go back to how you were. But I wouldn't throw in the towel based off of this, I will always have a conversation first. And from the conversation, you can tell whether there's interest or there's no interest. But I would, first of all, I'm putting back.
Yeah.
You have to.
Remember, she's not saying that the relationship's in the mud. She's just saying WhatsApp specifically. Remember,
This
I
is
said
it,
it's
yeah.
all good when we see each other in real life.
End of a
Which
WhatsApp.
is why.
This is just about WhatsApp
Which
communication.
is why
Yeah.
it shows that he's matching her energy. And
Exactly.
he's not taking the piss yet, but it's like, if you want to be petty, I'm pettier.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, she said that. She said it was after the conversation about the 38 messages.
Yeah.
She noticed he pulled back. And she did say in real life, the communication's
fine.
fine. So it's just a WhatsApp problem.
Yeah.
Is it a petty thing though? Is it him just saying, wait a minute, I'm obviously not a priority, so I'm not necessarily going to prioritize
Okay, it's
you.
not him being
But
petty,
also-
but he's matching her energy.
Do you know what I
Okay,
think is
cool.
petty though? It is petty because he could talk to her about it. I think anything that where you
But
could
then she'll
address.
take 3 hours to get back to him.
No. They
No,
can talk in person.
100% is pettiness.
It is pettiness.
But I think it's justified.
It's just, yeah,
of course.
it's, yeah,
It's pettiness.
absolutely. It's justified pettiness. So like, yeah, it's justified pettiness, but it's right.
She's even saying, I don't like that he's being petty. Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
basically, yeah.
The wildness. That's what I'm saying. This is foolish.
But this is where I thought you was pretty much going. Like, do you guys not see this as signs of other things?
Not necessarily because again,
If she's moving wild,
this is
like
WhatsApp.
over
We
this.
we had a whole topic of the day about phones and social media and whatever. We're really going to base off the entire relationship off WhatsApp. This time, Jonathan Majors allegedly was strangling somebody and used saying, "Well, I don't know what's happening behind closed
Do you know what
doors."
it is? Do you know what it is?
But
Marks.
it's WhatsApp that you want
Marks
to draw
said
the
that.
line.
No, but
Alright, I
do you
think
know-
you
Mark
lot.
said
Yeah.
that. Yusuf didn't say that. Emmanuel didn't even say
Alright.
that.
I didn't hear you not say it.
Bro, if you
All I heard was like,
if you're strangling your gal behind the closed doors every day and your gal is still like loving you up and protecting you and wanting to be with you, I can't take paracetamol for you lot's headaches. I don't give a shit what
Yeah.
you're doing in the
No, I
yard,
hear that.
and I'll stand by that.
Exactly.
I do.
This is you. I'm talking about me.
I do. Don't do
I
that
don't give a
crap in front
shit.
of my face.
What?
Don't do that crap in front of my face.
No, but he didn't do it in front of no one's face.
It's the whole world now, innit?
Huh?
People are just reacting.
He
And
didn't.
remember they were
Dana
reacting-
White boxes gal in the
Listen,
club.
No.
What's man talking about? Dana White
personalising-
boxes
they're
gal in the club in front of
personalising it.
everybody.
They're
Wait.
personalising everything.
No, but you know what it is, right? You've got to take it. For example, if Gina came to me and said, her boyfriend is strangling her or beating her, I'm going to care because that's my friend, innit?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to have vim for Jonathan Majors and his girl. I care that someone's being
No.
strangled,
They're
but
relating it to other things in their lives, man. Because you might have a friend who went through DV.
yeah.
And you could see the signs, and you're like, all right, cool, that's probably the signs. And
Yeah.
you're having conversations, and you're telling Marks, no, this could be signs of this, that, next. That's all people are doing, having conversations.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But like, this may not be the best parallel. Have you not seen John Wick?
Yeah.
All right.
The new
What
one?
for? You mean?
Yeah,
No,
the new
just like
one.
even the first two.
Yeah,
you went to
the
see
first three.
I went in ATL.
I haven't seen it, but
it's just because he's just upset about his dog, innit?
No.
that's the point I'm making. Like everyone's like, but it's just a dog.
Wait, are
Why are you
upset
killing
about
everyone
it?
because
Are
of a
you
dog?
upset? Where are you?
Who?
Emmanuel.
No, I said I don't see him as a guy who goes to cinema.
Oh,
I thought you.
No, okay.
I thought you were like,
I've not
oh, you were
seen the
cinema.
latest one. I'm not seeing the latest
Okay.
one. I'm
The
just
new
talking about
ones are
the
long.
first two.
Jesus, it's long.
I heard it's a sick film. But anyway, yeah.
It's
Basically,
good.
that's the point. About a dog, right? But to him, it's not about the dog. It's what it represents. So in the same thing, the fact that you can expect me to do something for you like this and be fully aware that you're not prepared to do the same thing for him, does not speak to other areas of life. It's not just WhatsApp. It's other areas of life potentially.
Yeah, she's crazy. This
I hear
foolish
you.
woman. Sorry, keep tuning in, obviously.
You have to
But
keep
you
tuning
could
in.
mad.
I know. I'm thinking, hey.
This is mad.
Okay, but I guess long and short advice for you is to basically have a conversation with him, stop being petty, and he's obviously just matching your energy. So if you fix up and look sharp, everything will just everything will fall into plan.
Pretty
Plan.
much, man.
Plan
Plan and play.
Yeah.
Yo, get out of your entitled bag, please. You little witch.
Hey,
Oh.
let's get into our next headlines.
Like Jesus.
What?
Yeah.
You found Jesus? Amen.
Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Sorry, guys. Just looking at Black Jesus.
You like it, Brett?
Yeah.
So our first headline. This is definitely a trigger warning here, and this is an update of a case that we spoke about when this was happening at the time. And a man has been found guilty of murdering the 9-year-old Olivia Pratt-Korbel in Liverpool last year, as he chased a
Been dying
convicted
dead.
drug dealer into her home. Thomas Cashman admitted being a high-level cannabis dealer, but had denied being the gunman in the fatal shooting, which also injured Olivia's mother, Cheryl Korbel, who's 46, and the intended target, Joseph Nee, on the 22nd of August. Cashman, who's 34, was convicted at Manchester Crown Court on Thursday, following a 3.5-week trial. The jury also found him guilty of the attempted murder of Nee, wounding with intent to do grievous bodily harm to Miss Korbel, and 2 counts of possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. The senior investigating officer in the murder case has said the shooting of Olivia was a defining moment for a community that has had enough of organised crime. Second headline, this is a trigger warning too, and this is just, an update and more information on the breaking news of yesterday, where a father and son was shot dead in a targeted planned double shooting in separate rural villages. Pretty much. They've been named locally as Gary and Josh Dunmore. Police were called to reports of a shooting in Blunterson in Cambridgeshire at about 9 p.m. on Thursday and arrived to find a 32-year-old man with a gunshot wound. Less than 40 minutes later, they were also alerted to a second shooting in the village of Sutton, 6 miles away, where a 57-year-old man was also found with a gunshot wound. Neighbours in both villages have now identified the men as builder Gary Dunmore, 57, and his son Josh Dunmore, 32, who worked in the trades. Neighbours in both villages described hearing gunshots on Wednesday evening, and others reporting sirens, shouts from armed police, and police helicopters circling overhead. A 27-year-old man and a 33-year-old man were later arrested in Cambridge, while a 66-year-old man was arrested by armed officers in the Worcester area in the early hours of Thursday. A car believed to have been used by the offender, a white Peugeot 208, and a shotgun have been recovered. And the last headline, this is an update on what Esther spoke about, I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Phillip Schofield's, trigger warning here, Phillip Schofield's brother, who's involved in some egregious charges. But pretty much he's on trial, and he's been charged with sexual offences involving a child. And he wept as he told the court how he phoned the TV star to discuss the claims. Timothy Schofield, 54, is on trial at Exeter Crown Court, accused of 11 sexual offences involving the child, which are said to have occurred between October 2016 and October of 2019. The 2 most serious charges are sexual activity with a child. The civilian police worker from Bath is said to have told his TV star brother about some of the alleged offending in September of 2021. Asked by his barrister, Peter Binder, whether he had performed sexual acts on the teenager, Schofield replied, absolutely not. Schofield told the jury he had watched pornography with the boy, who he insisted was aged over 16 at the time. The defendant told the jury he had been gay his entire life, but had kept it completely secret and hidden from everybody. He said it was incredibly difficult and told the court he had struggled with mental health problems for years. The defendant wept when he was asked about phoning his brother, who, as we know, is a presenter on This Morning, before driving to his home in London in September of 2021. And that's it for the headlines.
All right, let's get into the reaction.
So, welcome to the reaction. Not much to react to, if I'm totally honest with you. We might be getting an all English Champions League final though. Mm-hmm. Good shout. So the Chelsea women beat Lyon 2-1 on aggregate to go through to the semi-finals. So that's Arsenal in the semi-finals of the Champions League, Chelsea in the semi-finals of the Champions League. E-Man didn't give me the rest of the information. So I don't know who else is in the semi-finals.
I think Arsenal playing PSG in the semis, yeah. But I'm not too sure.
And then Chelsea are going to play... Who are they going to get? You ain't giving me all the information, man.
I'll find out.
We'll find out. But there's a potential for an all-English final. You get me? Which will be good. Chelsea, Arsenal, both of them need something to celebrate this season. It's not been the best of times. So, yeah. In other news, AJ's fight on the weekend.
Barcelona.
Say what?
Barcelona.
What happened in Barcelona?
Sorry, Chelsea, they're going to be playing Barcelona.
Oh,
yeah, the women. Sorry. And Arsenal are playing Wolfsburg, not PSG. They beat PSG, I think.
They're messing with it. This is a shit show.
They're playing Wolfsburg.
Arsenal versus Wolfsburg, Chelsea versus Barcelona.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get an all-English final. And then, is AJ really saying he's going to retire if he don't win?
He's lying, man. He's not gonna retire. Come on.
You don't think he will?
No. He can't retire now. It's too early for him, man. He's not old. He's young. He's thriving. There's still tons of people he hasn't fought yet that we would like to see him fight. I don't think.
Yeah, but if he loses, he's finished though.
Would you like to see him fight Fury if you lose to Franklin?
I want to see him fight anyone, regardless.
No, if he loses, he's finished. And I'm not saying he couldn't earn another penny.
Yeah,
because he couldn't.
I don't
But
think
if he loses, he's finished though.
As in, what do you mean he's finished?
Like he's done at it.
Yeah.
As in, he can't get another fight.
No, like I said, he will earn another pound. Cool.
Yeah,
But he's done though.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Franklin.
Also, I'm not a boxing expert like you guys, but I don't feel like he's done because he loses to Franklin. I think we still want to see. Go on.
I think, are you saying that because he's put himself out there and said, I'm going to bang this guy up, and if it is a lose, I'm retiring. If he loses, he should retire? Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily. I'm saying that I think he has to understand in this fall from grace is ridiculous. And regardless of what he said, if he actually does lose to this Franklin youth, he must know that he's finished. Where he was, his potential, his trajectory, his everything, life as he knew it is done. And I'm not saying he can't make no more money or he can't box again and he can't whatever, but he's never gonna be Anthony Joshua. Like, it's finished. He's done.
What's do me a favor? 'Cause I'm not sure. I don't know who Franklin is here. In football terms, give me an example of what this fight is in terms of what team is AJ, what team is Franklin.
I don't even know Franklin. I just know AJ just can't keep doing this shit. I just know this is his last
but
chance to
it-
lose.
Manuel, please answer.
It might be like Man United versus no disrespect, but Man United versus Leyton Orient.
Oh, is that how low Franklin is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not trying to disrespect Franklin because I think he's got a lot of potential, but in
Yeah.
terms of ranking,
Too late.
Yeah.
but just in terms of ranking though,
Okay,
you
so
know what I'm saying?
he's ranked low.
Like he's not meant to give AJ or Dillian White any trouble at all.
Okay.
And Franklin's
He's not
talking like
meant
he's
to.
gonna knock him out.
Okay.
If he loses, this is bad.
I get that it's bad, but I don't see a retirement coming.
Yeah,
I
but,
don't, I don't see him actually hanging up his gloves, you know what I mean?
yeah, but even if he don't retire, it's like, what kind of fights are you gonna be able to sell and promote? Who are you gonna watch him fight? Chisora.
But, okay, cool. Can you say that you're not still interested in seeing him fight Fury or Deontay Wilder, even if he loses to Franklin?
I'm not
'Cause
interested in seeing him fight
I know
anybody.
I'm just a casual fan, but I'll still be, as a spectacle, I still want to see that, regardless.
I guess so. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just something to do on the weekend or something.
I'm not
But
interested.
not-
I'm not interested.
not in-
I'm not interested
yeah.
in seeing him fight
Anyway,
anyone. He couldn't. He
can't
couldn't
get rid of
sell a
Franklin.
fight for me. Like he couldn't promote it and like this is a big fight and it's AJ doing it. Like nobody. Like because of what's happened.
no, I hear it.
I
hear it.
agree with Sai. I think Fury Wilder versus AJ is still a draw regardless.
Yeah, I think so.
I still want to see it.
Fury is a draw and it will be because of Fury. AJ Wilder, even especially if he lost, AJ Wilder stinks. Like absolutely stinks. That will struggle and probably will do a little bit, but
As in,
this is not what we want. This is not what the people want. The promoters, like just for the sport. This is not it. It's not
are
it.
you sure?
Yeah.
Like,
What if he loses? Man?
no, I think people will still tune in.
I think more people would tune
Yeah,
in
they'll
to the
tune in
AJ,
still.
Wilder or Fury than Franklin.
No, but the thing is, it's like if it's because he loses to. It's now like you're now saying AJ's not this guy you want to see anymore because again it's like Fury fighting Chisora.
But,
right?
okay, but it doesn't depend on how he loses to Franklin. If he gets absolutely destroyed, washed, knocked out in the second round, first round, then it looks like his boxing credentials, his boxing abilities diminished. If it wasn't maybe a different kind of contest, and maybe it wasn't that a bad defeat,
Yeah.
then I guess, no?
No, because again, I'm not trying to disrespect Franklin because I think he's actually good. Like
Yeah.
I think he
Leyton Orient.
maybe that was a bit harsh. Well, where's Leyton Orient in the thingies now?
It's in East London.
They're not,
No, but where they-
are not in the Prem. They're like maybe Championship or
Okay,
below.
let's
they're
just say Man United versus
League 2, maybe now?
a League One.
League 1 or League 2? League 2, I think.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's a bit harsh. Let's just say Man United
You even
versus.
stay in the Premier League.
Huh?
You
No,
didn't
it's
stay
not
in
in
the
the same league. It's not in the same league. So AJ should be like Franklin again, right? Would be one of those guys that if AJ beat 5 years ago, you'd be saying he was just one of those tune-up fights.
Yeah.
That's what Franklin should be, right? So if AJ loses to him, it's like why do we want to see him lose to Fury? Why do we want to see him lose to Wilder? It's not a competitive fight. That's what effectively happens. We only want to see those fights because, like, okay, it's AJ. We like AJ, and it'll be something nice to see. But you won't think he's going to win if he loses to Franklin.
So why is he taking this fight then?
Which is a tune-up fight.
Tune up.
Yeah. To get back in there. I hope that they're not pretty much just trying to do another AJ Dillian White fight. To be honest with you, 'Cause-
Someone said Franklin pretty much beat White. Is that true?
yeah.
Well, what did Dillian win on points?
Yeah.
There's
Controversial as well.
little bit controversy there.
Controversial
So
as
it's
well.
closer than Leighton Orient and Man United.
That's why I said it's like it was harsh. It was harsh.
Then keep it in the Premier League then.
No, it's not. Well, it's not
Then
Premier
go to the
League.
bottom, relegation fodder.
Yeah.
No, we have to go in the league underneath. Yeah.
Dylan White is that bad?
No, because Franklin hasn't done enough to deserve being in the Premiership yet. He
But you
fought very well
AJ
though.
as Man United.
Yeah. But Man United can lose to like a Bournemouth. Where's Bournemouth now?
Still in the Premier League.
Yeah, but they're still in the same league.
That's what I
Franklin
said, don't-
shouldn't be.
Never mind.
But
You get what I'm trying to say?
But is Franklin low because he hasn't had that many fights yet? Is he fairly
Well,
new,
that
or
was
is he
his-
low because his whole career he's just been fighting at a low level? Or
No, I think he's on his way up.
Yeah.
That was literally his only loss against Dillian White. So
Yeah.
he's not a bad fighter.
That's the thing about
That's what I'm saying. I was harsh.
yeah,
in saying
because
Leighton Orient.
you could be low in the rankings, but
Yeah.
be a good fighter on the way up.
Yeah, that's true. He is, but that's what I'm trying to say. He's on the way up. He's not in the Premiership yet. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I feel as though he should be someone that AJ should get out of there in 5 rounds, man. You know what I'm saying? Based on the old AJ. So if AJ's going to points with Franklin, it really doesn't bode well for his career. And to then lose to Franklin, it's like, what's going on there, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to remember where AJ came from. AJ was the champion of the world. He had 3 belts just like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like the highest ranked heavyweight in the world. So to obviously lose his belts to Usyk, who again one of the greatest boxers of our time, to then drop again like crazy levels.
But you said you understand as to how it is, Usyk.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's one of the best boxers.
That
So-
shouldn't
so-
demote him.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. It doesn't. But if he loses to Franklin, it does. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's why I'm saying he should come back and still be kind of like the old AJ and get him out of there. 5-6 rounds, done. And be like, okay, cool, I'm back. You know what I'm saying?
So you look
If
for
we're going
knockout.
to if we're going to points, if we're losing, if it's controversial decisions, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't bode well.
That's
for
why Dillian White can't spar with the greats, basically.
Who said that?
Because he just about beat Franklin.
I like Dillian. He improved as well.
That's a lot of people get onto me for saying Dillian White improved, but there was a time where Dillian White was like, Dillian White really improved, man, and he deserved to
He
get.
did.
He
He
really
did. He really
improved.
did.
man.
AJ also did.
What do you mean? Since
Maybe
when?
he's improved whilst is that he was been training for the comeback.
Yeah, 100%.
Because remember he said he doesn't care anymore. He looks angry.
I hope so.
He's tapping into his Nigerian again. That's what you have to do for the chubby guy.
The
Mexican
fighters
guy,
coming. No, he didn't have to do nothing. He just had to wake up to beat what's his name? Ruiz.
Yeah.
Andy Ruiz. Andrew Ruiz just hit a lick, bro. He was on top of the world. He didn't give a shit about nothing. That wasn't even a real title defense. I want to say he let himself down, but you know what? In his position, fair play to him, man. Fair play to him, man. He done his thing. You get me?
Yeah.
So
But Ruiz is a good boxer, though.
yeah, I know.
Very
But
fast.
just that he
I
wasn't
didn't get
expecting
vibe
that.
When it is you said what you said just now, though.
Huh?
I didn't get that vibe when you said what you said just now.
Wait, what did I say again? I forget. Let's get on to done it.
Do you have one? Because I think I may have.
You got one?
You got one?
Did you get one?
No,
Yeah, but you did,
No,
right?
no quick NBA little roundup still. No. All right, done out here then. Let's go.
No, what's the NBA saying?
No, that face you gave was disgusting.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
Go
it.
see some scores.
No, but he's my basketball compadre. So if he's not in it, I can't be in it. You know what I mean?
Going through something in a minute. Well, what did you find, Brent?
Somebody sent us something. Put it on screen. Let's just see.
Oh, on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, you tagged? Oh, is that the one you're gonna read?
I wasn't gonna read that.
All right, okay, never mind then.
Stu, quickly, yeah. Quickly. E-Man might not care about this because you're vegan.
It's actually a video.
Oh, is it?
This is crazy.
Oh, let's see that then, because I didn't know it was a video. I thought it was just a still.
Hold up.
He's a piece of shit. Let me tell you what's going on here, yeah? Is this in Ghana or something like that? There's a man and a husband and a wife are going through a divorce, yeah? The wife owns the land. The husband owns the house. The judge said the wife can keep the land, husband can keep the house. Yeah? The wife assumed because it's a house and he can't move it, it's just gonna be there. He said, nope, this is my house. He demolished the house.
Fair play, fair play.
Is that him?
Must be him, look. He demolished it, it's his house.
I took out all the furniture, boy.
And he demolished it on her land. Who has to clean that?
Oh, yeah, it's her land.
I didn't know there was a video. Oh, that was funny. That is that petty or what? What do you do?
Looks like a nice house.
That's
as well.
very petty.
He couldn't sell the house because she owned the land, so he couldn't sell it. You don't leave her with it if she's a bitch. So this was.
I understand.
You get it right. He never really had much options.
That must have been a bad divorce, man.
Yeah.
Like, really bad. For him to destroy a whole house.
That's a big house, you know.
Massive house.
Said yeah, charge it to the
He
game.
just came into shot, man.
He's a real one. Would you have done the same thing?
No, that's a lot of effort, to be fair. And I'm not that petty.
So you let her keep the house?
What are my options?
Get her, keep the house, and get dick down in there, or demolish it.
There's not any options. So it's, I'm thinking, let's look at law-wise. She owns the land, I own the house. So I have rights to this house, even though it's on her land. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there has to be some type of loophole here because the house is mine. You know what I'm trying to say? So law-wise, there has to be a loophole to get around it. There has to be.
I'm not too sure because she can say, I don't want you on my land.
I don't want you in my house. So where do you go from here?
Both of you
What came
stand
first,
outside.
the chicken or the egg?
I got president. If it's my land and I don't want you on my land, you can't stop me from being in the house.
But this is my house,
Yeah, but it's my land.
and this is my house.
Yeah, but I'm allowed in this land, so I'm gonna walk in there. So once I'm on my land, you can't stop me from going in the
Yeah,
house.
that's
I
true.
can stop you from coming in my land. Like you can't do
What
nothing.
if I fly via helicopter to the house?
No fly zone.
The land, the land is...
It's my land. It's a no-fly zone, bro.
Is the land just the ground,
No,
or is it the
it's-
air?
Yeah, it's all...
But it's called land. It's not called air.
You can't just fly. You think you could just fly over people's land, bro, and just do what you want?
Yeah. No, there has to be a way over this. There has to be a way around it.
I don't know. It's
I
a
think
critical thing.
she will take... she'll take priority, man. Because the land is everything, man. Land is everything. Yeah.
It might have to be a L.
At best, like, he can maybe stay there and he has to pay her, like, rent or something. For using her land.
She's sick. She won't even buy the yard of him, like at a cut price or something.
He probably won't sell it to her. Well, actually, for a lot of money, he probably would, to be fair.
She's finished now. That's just derelict land. Surely she don't build a new yard there.
100%.
Charge it to the game,
Shame,
man.
Hopefully they ain't got kids, man, because this is just terrible to look at.
All right,
I doubt they got. Well, I'm assuming they ain't got kids because that's your kid's home now.
That's what I'm saying.
fuck them kids.
Damn it.
That's what he's saying. Let's allocate. Who's done it here?
I would say. I don't think anyone done it here. To be fair.
Maybe both, man. they should have come to some type of something, man. Because you
He's
just
extreme,
wasted
though.
He's
resources.
extreme, yeah.
He's very extreme, and that's pettiness at its finest, in my opinion.
He was
But-
probably the one who cheated, innit?
Do you reckon?
Nah.
I'm asking the Ghanaian correspondent.
I didn't say that.
If you're in the wrong, you don't go and do that. No, surely not.
No, but do you know why you can? Because I feel like African men operate from a place of pride. So do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised. Like if we found out he cheated, I'd be like, cool. I wouldn't be like, after all your cheating, do you know what I mean? Like it's expected, to be honest. Sorry.
I don't think she would have to give him permission to demolish it, even if she owns the land, because it's through court. So maybe you can get permission from court to demolish my shit. I don't think she would have to give him permission. Do you get what I mean? Like, if you're saying, all right, cool, you've ruled that the land's hers, this is mine, and I'm allowed to do what I want with it. All right, cool, I'm not allowed no land. I'm within my rights to get rid of this now. I want to demolish it.
Maybe it's the terminology. He would have to say, "I'm taking my house back,"
Yeah.
and obviously that would come with
So I guess
demolishing. You know what I mean?
the court might give him. I don't know. You've got 30 days.
Exactly.
To act.
Yeah.
Do what you want, but after the 30 days, stay off the land. Like bash it down, move it, drag it, whatever. I guess
It's a shame.
because he's on her land right now.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
So he had to get probably some type of permission.
Yeah. I'm saying that would be from the court, not from her, innit? Because it would make sense. You can't rule that I can keep my house, but then I must be able to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we said they're both done it here.
Yeah, man, because I don't think you need to come to this, man. Like, you both lost.
That's a nice house
economically.
too, you know.
Huh?
It's a nice house.
That's
It
what
was.
I'm saying.
It was.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I hear you're saying both of them, right?
Yes.
You said you don't need to come to this.
Yeah.
If this situation happened to you and you lost out,
Yeah.
like, would you just walk away? Say, I lost it. Fair dues.
No, of course not.
What would you do in order?
But
to
I would still try and come to some type of something. You know what I'm saying? Because I think economics, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So I have to in some way benefit from this. It's a major L for me to destroy it.
Precisely. So let's just say all of those were exhausted. And there was nothing that you can gain from it. Would you do that? Because there's obviously hate between both of them. Rage.
And I've got kids.
We didn't see any children.
Let's assume
image.
there's no kids.
Fuck kids. She ain't keeping my yard.
So you would do that, yeah?
But
Yeah, I'll do that.
But the thing is, but now you're both homeless, I guess.
Nah.
He looks like he has pee because he built
yeah,
it.
for
Yeah,
real.
he has peas. Okay, cool. But it's like, I don't know.
Because you gotta understand, yeah. If he keeps it,
Yeah.
another nigga's gonna live in your house with her.
Yeah, facts.
And you'll provide the shelter and the comfort. And
Can
the
you
luxury.
imagine? And they'll be laughing at me, toasting over
Yes.
all types of stuff.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Go for
That's just the least of it. You're just not living in my shit. Like, if this they said we've got our own separate ways and that's yours and this is mine. You're not getting it.
Or-
so if I can't have it, no one can have it. I'll
Or-
just smash it out.
Would you take satisfaction in the fact that you're up and you're living in my house, like I own you, kind of vibe? Like, no?
That's a stretch.
If I'm not being paid, I don't own it.
like a you need in my house to live.
Nah.
Nah,
Not at all. That means nothing
like,
for me.
I'm still good regardless. You stay in my house. You need it. Yeah,
Nah,
my
not at
stairs,
It's a big house, you know.
my ceiling.
Nah, man.
But the thing is, the reason because the options are limited. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The options are what? You bash the house down, or you leave it alone. You walk away and you say, you know what, I'm going to be the bigger person here. So I guess the only option is to bash it down.
Yeah.
Right?
I that's what I'm saying. I can understand.
Yeah.
But it's just a shame it's just got to this, man. Because, yeah man, it's a shame.
Yeah, he's not done it here then. She's done it here because she ain't got no yard now. So
Literally.
you homeless bitch.
At least he got the furniture.
He made sure to get the furniture as well, the red
Smart
levers.
man. He can sell it, flip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't done no wrong, to be fair to him, man. Sometimes you got to take the petty road, man. It's her. You done it here. Sorry, babes.
I guess that settles it then.
That settles it. Let's get into the outro. So we are at the end of a beautiful week. Extra has checked out the building, so I'm gonna handle the outro. Thank you for tuning in. Big up all the guests we've had this week, all our amazing hosts, everybody, you know what it is. I swear I heard someone mention that the likes ain't been liking like we need them to. So next week, you need to make sure you do better. Please, we need to get the average up. Enjoy yourself for the weekend. Don't drink and drive. Don't use your phone while you're driving. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And
That's not a lot.
Can I mention the run again one more time, please?
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow, like I said on the show before, someone in the community, Ramsey, goes by the name of Zizi's brother in the chat. He's doing a 10K run for a good cause, raising money for triple negative breast cancer. There's a lot of prizes as well. All the details are in the chat. I don't have them to hand, unfortunately. But a lot of the prizes can be won from the raffles, and a lot of those prizes are from black-owned businesses. So please, guys, if you can, support. Yeah, Brent's putting up on the screen. And I'm going to invite him and somebody else on the show as well to talk about this disease, pretty much, because it predominantly affects African women.
Who's that woman?
That's his sister. That
Oh,
passed
okay,
away.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Anyway, thank you, community,
Brent.
because I know some people have already donated as well.
Oh, that's good.
The link?
No. Is there a show you wanted to recommend this week?
So I've watched it. Oh, let me take this off. No, let me leave it on. So I got recommended for everybody to watch The Night of. It's just one.
with the Indian man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Wait, where did you see it?
Ain't it old?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I could watch that again because I can't remember it. But it's good. He can't remember what he done, or something like this.
All right, so I don't know if it is y'all could watch it before Monday because it's 9 episodes. I think,
Is it
9 or
9?
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you finish watching it?
Possible.
Is it 9?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the right thing with the little Indian boy,
Young
innit?
man, I finished watching it yesterday, so I am aware.
I'm saying I'm talking about the right thing, though, innit?
He's not Indian, he's
man.
Pakistani.
Stop your foolishness. You know what I was saying, yeah. But I'm talking about the right thing, though, right? I don't remember it being 9 episodes. Actually, it's like a cliffhanger, innit? By the end, you're not even sure if he done it or not,
Might
innit?
be Bangladeshi, to be honest.
Oh,
Just
Brent, man, move
Brent.
on.
All right, I shouldn't have brought this up. Sorry.
Bangladesh RuPaul.
Is there like a cliffhanger by the end? You got to make up your own mind what even happened.
During the midway, you're still thinking,
You change your mind, innit? This is good.
All right, cool.
I don't know when we'll be able to get to watch it, but it'll be worth doing it. It's decent.
It's 9 or 10 episodes. Like I said, I don't know if it is that I can ask you guys to watch that before Monday because that's a lot.
That's impossible for me.
But it's really good. So whoever
Oh,
recommends
you can
it-
start. What if you could potentially start a couple and then start the conversation?
All right, cool. All right, cool.
Where is
So,
it?
It's on HBO, but I can provide links if it is that you want to watch it via another means. But you can find it on them streaming sites you normally find it from.
Said you normally.
Yeah. But it's great. It's good. It's good watching, but it's very slow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is why I hesitated.
Because you know my ass.
Yeah. For me, it's perfect speed. And there's a lot going on. It's well casted, well directed, well shot. There's enough going on for me to be engaged, but I'm not sure if it is. Everybody might be on that same thing, you get me? But it will pose a few different questions that we can basically chop up.
Okay.
Conversation.
Thank you.
So the night of. Yes?
All right, cool.
And
Nice.
Snowfall, catch up, please.
All right, cool.
Epic season so far.
I mean, we can talk about it right now, but
You want
you want to wait until she catches up? Because she's on episode 1 and she's
Really?
promising that she's
If
gonna...
you lot are going to talk about it right now.
No, not right now,
I'm going to take my
but-
leave.
All right, next week, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Is it? It's good.
Yeah.
It's going good. All right, people.
Peace.
Ciao.
Later. That's the wrong one.